Hello everyone, this is Peter from PeterTheEgg and here casting with Venan. So today's
Hello.
match is between Alamo and Live Wo-Chien Reaction. Now we have the draft from Game 1. Yeah, so this is the losers semifinals, and with some of with the we're still relatively um new in the new patch with item changes. So, as an ADC player, what do you think of the body meta right now, Venan? Because we do see that, especially the team, Live Ocean Reaction is a really body centered team. So does Team Alamo.
It's is this still patch 13.11?
Uh, yep.
Is okay. So bot lane is very interesting because we are slowly moving away from the Jinx Aphelios meta. In this patch, both of those champs are nerfed, and actually, I'm actually expecting to see a Rel here because Rel got a change and actually buffed. So I'm excited to see that coming out tonight. Um, yeah, I'm 100% expecting Rel. But as of ADCs, 13-11. Okay, Lucian didn't get changed yet. However, Gale Force did get nerfed a little. But that's could still be a viable pick.
Yeah,
The
we
Varys got buffed, so I really like Xayah in this meta right now too.
yeah, we see that the draft phase has started, and the interesting point from Alvin here is that we do see some rail changes this patch, and the support from left watching reaction is actually um a really is a really good raw player. We see a Laoyi ban against the side of live watching reaction as suspected. Their top laner is an Laoyi main.
As the first bans come out, the Xayah ban from red side and the Lawi Orn hover. Yep, from the
Oh,
blue
the side
side,
ban.
heavily targeting red side's top lane. Oh, okay,
Okay.
mistake. Rel is actually not enabled for this
Yeah.
match.
As we see the expected Xayah ban um against Crystal X, who's been seeing really great on Xayah.
Alamo ADC has been known for his Xayah and Jinx. However, with the Xayah ban and the Jinx ban, like just kind of nerfed down, kind of have to wonder what they're gonna play. Looks like they're gonna take
Um,
away the Lucian from Killian.
yep, Killian solution in the last series definitely put a good amount of work. We see the cannon ban against Poison Water in the mid lane. One of the signature picks.
Oh, and the first pick Jinx comes out for blue side still.
Oh, okay. Whoa, we see
Oh, the
Ivern being
Ivern.
hovered. We did see the stats say that Ivern is really strong right now after the changes. So maybe this will be Ivern's
Ivern is like tier 0 jungler right now, in my opinion. And with this Ivern pick, if it's locked in, I totally expect a hyper carry coming in for live
Oh,
Wo-Chien reaction.
Ivern is locked in. Um,
Okay.
Ivern is a really interesting pick. As in, it seems to be like the only enchanter from the jungle, and not only does it help buff the rest of ADC, but also takes it away from blue side, who as someone like Jinx would really like more enchanters on the team to peel and buff them. When I'm expecting an ABC pick here, but maybe something else on red side. We see the set pick really early,
Oh.
but it is a flexible pick between top and mid lane. So it's not that bad of a pick overall if they are able to flex it.
How is set support right now, Peter? I don't see it around much, but
Oh, I think set
I mean, who
support.
knows?
I think set support is um somewhat. overshadowed by the other engaged supports right now.
Mm-hmm.
He did get some of his recent changes were not meant. Oh, we see Udyr being picked um, in the jungle. I
Interesting.
think,
I also haven't been really seeing Udi around.
yeah, I think Udyr
Might just
ended
be a
up,
comfort pick.
yeah, he ended the build still to go Demonic Embrace into
Yeah.
Jaxo and just play that continuous burning damage in team fights. Um, looks like,
Just I'm expecting
oh,
a typical front to back team comp from
oh,
Alamo.
Nico being picked up. We see Tristana being covered. That's what you expect when you have an Iron on your team. Um,
Looks like they're really looking to punish that Jinx early game.
yeah. And Tristana with the range later is actually one of the ADCs that won't feel too bad being outranged by Jinx with her insane range on the rocket form. It does seem like
And
an
with that Iron
early.
Shield, she can get reset after reset.
Yeah, we'll see the Tristana being locked in. But I will say though, both sides should be expecting to ban Emilio and or Lulu. Emilio Tristana is not bad of a combo. Emilio is actually just good with almost all other attack based ADCs right now. And Lulu, Triss, Lulu, Jinx are both really good combos as well. Maybe they'll ban both. Maybe they'll ban neither and pick one each. We'll see.
And a Nautilus ban coming out from red side, respecting the enemy support,
Yeah, enemy
and then
support.
getting rid of the setup for Jinx.
Yeah, Alamo support. Detonating is really known for his knowledge. Actually, yeah. Let's see, All Star ban, Thresh ban. Looks like either side is going to ban Familio slash Lulu, and there might be a lot of engaged supports as uh, they see that both comps might need some support. But to my knowledge, both players here on the teams, except I think Lion plays Familio sometimes, they both have a larger engage pool. We just did a Cassiopeia ban coming targeting Sammy from Level 10 Reaction.
I'm not sure if Alamo will pick Milio here. The support has a history of playing strictly melee supports. Like for example, Braum is still on the table here that both teams play. Uh,
Mm.
like for in their last series at least, I don't think Milio was banned, and then it was also never picked
No,
on the side of
Emilio was.
Alamo.
Oh, yep. I don't think Alamo ever picked Emilio. We
And
see
that
in
should be the Mumu
Mumu.
support coming in for Lion.
We see that the fact that they can pick Tristana, have an engaged support, and to punish the enemy bot lane with Jinx, and still have that Enchanter to secure Tristana's really strong late game. That is really the shining point of Ivern that I think no other champions in the entirety of, I'll say, mid top jungle can really do right now.
Really smart drafting coming in from red side right now.
Yeah. Oh, the Braum being picked up as a PO to Jinx, I'll say, and as a counter engage against the Mumu team fights.
Hmm.
Does seem like both teams are trying to play for team fights with a lot of AOE and peeling, engaging. Uh, doesn't seem like that much pick potential. We'll see how last two picks go. Oh, Wukong pickup. That seem maybe Udyr Wukong could be
Whoa.
flexed. Maybe Udyr Wukong could be flexed between the top and jungle. Uh, we're not really sure.
I have not seen a Wukong or Wu Deer top in a while. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, but I
Oh,
am
actually,
excited to see what's gonna happen.
yeah, I think the Udyr is going to be top lane. Their the top laner from Alamo Positive Thinking is actually the Udyr is actually his number one played ranked champion right now. We see the Azir from Sammy.
Okay, Sammy Sazier locked in
Okay,
and ready
Sammy
to
says
fucking
Azir.
go. Let's go.
Yeah. Uh, although Sammy was not known for his Azir, but in the last
I think
series he
he's
played it.
been playing Azir recently, so
Yep.
and he
Yep.
seems like he is comfortable enough to be on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Peter, what do you think? Who has a better draft?
So I'll say that Alamo's draft is really centered around a lot of AOE and CC during team fights. And the rest side, once if they are able to secure Azir and Tristana surviving team fights, they do have a lot of CC and engage of their own as well. But the Enchanter pick from Ivern, they really buff Tristana and Nazir, and I
Mm-hmm.
think overall it will be a really skill matchup with both teams focused on the team fights aspect of the game.
Yeah. For my thoughts, I like to see live Wo-Chien reaction, red side making some early game plays. I think as long as they can get some early advantages, they can really like force down the engage on the enemy team. And like the further they are ahead in early game, the less of a chance that blue side can really like use their disengage to turn the fight around. Essentially, they want to get enough goal early game to just throw their wallets at blue side.
Yeah, and we will enter a short break until the game starts soon. Hello, everyone. We are now back in game with Alamo versus Live Wo-Chien Reaction. Losers bracket semifinal BO5 first game. We actually see after the draft that Alamo side is actually a Wukong mid and Nico jungle. Looks like both teams are planning some sort of level 1 fight. Mumu does have to stay with CC, but Braum's passive makes him one of the arguably strongest champion level 1 team fights.
Looks like red side's not opting in for invade.
Oh,
But blue side.
because they're making the Braum
Nice
Q
Braum Q.
Ivan's Q does negate the engage. Really good.
Good poke.
And I see the entire team of Alamos being spotted topside. Lion is able to drop a word onto. Oh,
It looks like red side bot lane is moving up, but
looks like
they're not gonna do anything.
yeah, looks like both sides were able to get a word down at the enemy red buff. So Ivan, as a champion by nature, is looking to full clear most of the time, and Nico, the champion that would like to that actually Nico has now back clear speed as well. So let's see how this goes.
Let's see this game if the red side laners can count their minions. It's gonna be really funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they got a warden onto the blue side red jungle.
Okay, starting on clear both junglers and starting bot side. So interesting fact about Ivan is you don't need a pod. You can full clear with one smite left and still be near full HP. It just shows how choky the champion is, but also that the players may need more maximum champion. So trading mid lane. And trading top lane.
Oh my god,
wow.
Udyr.
Okay, we absolutely see.
Okay.
We also see that positive thinking being on the champion that gets played the most of this rank season. Udyr. Oh,
Meanwhile,
maybe
Gunshow took several bans to his
that is.
champion pool. That is
Gunshow.
absolutely disgusting. And Udyr's looking for a
level
kill
1 flash.
versus the flash from the set.
Udyr does.
And it's gonna be first blood coming in
blood.
for Udyr. Alamo, top laner, getting the first blood.
Wow, really good first blood here, and the wave actually does crash in top side as well, so it's really good trade for Udyr. He goes to trading mid lane, but Wukong without level 3 is actually a bit tough to trade, especially in the short lane. That will be more advantageous towards Azir.
I was surprised that the Wukong traded so hard.
Oh, we see that Ivan has wrapped around bot side.
Seems like Amumu's looking for engage. And hits the Jinx.
Oh,
no follow from Tristana.
Tristana, and definitely Ivan is a bit far. Blue side is pushing up, but Ivan is here.
Flash from Ivern.
The Q connects through the minions. The Braum is forced to flash, and Ivan is still all the way with the bushes. Oh, Ivan is really low. Jinx is still chasing with lethal tempo. Ivan's 1 HP with a bush and barely survives with his shields. Lion
Jinx flashes forward looking for the kill. Misses W.
Oh, Lion and Killian are really pushing to the corner right now. I think it'll be a double kill from Jinx. Oh, Jinx is CC'd again.
But no, the Ivern comes with the shield. Oh my god, huge win for the for red side bot lane.
Wow,
that was so close.
We really see how much power the Ivan E and Ivan Bush having that extra magic damage on hit helped Tristana and Mumu win the fight. The fight did not even look close to that point, with Jinx having lethal tempo entirely stacked up with how low Killian and Lion were. We do see a recoverable being picked up by Tristana, and the standard was a boost by Ivern. Nico decided to go for a full clear, which was understandable. I actually think Nico could have had some opportunities top lane, but let's see. Udyr inevitably, when trading, will pop the R and sometimes in the wave, so it's a really hard champion to play top lane if you don't have that many mastery, if you control the wave and everything. So.
Well, I am very surprised by how much CS Udyr is down despite getting that first blood on the set.
Oh yeah, I think maybe just due to
And he had a
the
TP
pushing
advantage.
early timer, yeah, early back timer really might have. Oh, Udyr does get pulled with very little mana, no flash, no ghost. He's getting
And they're
chased
looking for a
down.
dive?
Oh no,
Oh.
I think they do want to just cross the wave in, but Ivan and Set are both walking up,
And
forcing
Udyr is forced away from the
Udyr
wave.
out of the
He
experience
has to
zone.
give this. Oh no,
Oh,
he
Udyr
walks
does
back
walk
in,
back.
looking
I
for another
think
fight.
Gunshow is still trying to push
He
the next
really
wave
doesn't want
in.
to give up all the CS. It would be detrimental.
Yeah, Gunshow is trying to push the next wave in again. This is a bit of an interesting decision, knowing that he could have just let the wave reset. It would be bounced back to rest as tower. Oh, he does get the wave in again, and now he just has to leave. We see that blue side is on the dragon. Wukong is trying to push mid lane, but my guy getting Fire Iron here is spotted on the ward. Azir he's forward, but nothing really happens. Blue side does get spotted by Lion here on the dragon. Maybe rest side will take some actions with Braum being half HP and Jinx chunked.
They're looking for a post
Ivory,
dragon fight here.
Ivory does get hit earlier, but oh,
Oh, they're not
nothing
gonna look
seems
for
like
it.
will happen. Amumu does get rooted by the Jinx, oh, but no follow up from Nico here. Otherwise, it could have been the kill.
I also like to point out by how much farm and gold and experience that Nico is ahead. Man has been
Yeah.
just power farming the entire time that Ivan has been terrorizing his laners.
The Nico is ahead in farm, but oh, I think there were some Wi-Fi issues with positive thinking. We'll pause here by a bit, but really see. Actually, you pointed out that Nico has a lot more farm than Iron. Well, by about 4 camps here, or 3 camps here. But we see that Nico's actually down gold from Iron just because of the early kill and assist on Iron. Um, it's really crucial that this meta is still a bot lane meta, and I'll say getting bot lane to secure dragon, which unfortunately did not do, as Wukong was able to push them in and still did their bot lane. But the gold and map control benefits from getting bot lane is still really relevant in this meta and
For
dominant.
sure, for sure. Does Nico need 6 absolutely though to gank? I don't think she does, right?
No, actually, yeah, Nico is like pretty good at ganking as her root is yeah, her root I'll say makes it pretty good
Yeah,
thing.
just a little surprised that she's choosing to power farm.
Yeah, Nico is definitely not a champion you would expect power from, but she did also do the dragon with her team. So
Yeah.
we'll see when the game will be resumed. Yeah, some interesting item pick up here by the Wukong Sheen. Typically with Wukong, if you don't have that much base AD, you would go for something like double longsword instead of the Sheen. It just I just think double longsword would
Oh,
have
it looks
more.
like the game resumed. The
Yeah,
Canadian
double
fog smog
longsword
is gone. Let's get back into it.
would have more consistent value than the Sheen. Oh, another trade from top lane, but but positive thinking still has not back and oh,
I think the screen's frozen. A little technical
the
issues.
stream is frozen. I think this is just an effect of when the game is paused and then resumes as the spectators, or sometimes it's bugged, so we'll just wait a bit. Oh,
Oh,
now
and
we're
we're
back.
back.
Wow, there's a 30 CS difference in
Oh,
top lane. That is crazy. It absolutely makes the level 2, level 1 power dive not worth it if this is the result of a poor recall timing.
as
Oh,
well as
Amumu
the
engages
Udyr is
onto the
trading with the
bottom.
set. I like them to CS a little better.
Oh,
Oh, and the
Tristana does
Tristana
jump
goes
in. It's
jumps in
really
right into the
aggressive.
both
Does
of
get
them.
CC'd. But Braum
They
does
have
cool
enough
down
damage. The
and gets
ignite
the
comes in.
jump reset. Wow. We really see I think it's really surprising they were able to burst a Braum like that with the ignite, and actually Tristana had both for some there as well. We just see how much damage the recurve was being able to put out in comparison to Jinx with only a longsword. They are being spotted on the ward waiting there. Tristana still jumping regardless. Just getting exhausted. Moonwood's Q connects and Jinx does go down. Wow, that Moonwood Q barely hits through the minions, and it was a really well executed plan. Although it was spotted on the ward the whole time by
Seems like
Wo-Chien.
Jinx did disrespect the power of the red side bot lane a little. Although he had exhaust, it
Yeah,
just no. Wait, he has heal. Yeah, the
yeah,
heal was not enough.
yeah. Um, this is an interest how he's been picked up by Udyr here. And he is just trying to harass Set while thinking the wave of the with the Empower ulti. Misses both CS, unfortunately. Okay. Azir is now reaching higher levels and has the mana to move. The Wukong does engage onto him solo, but it seems like the Avengers, especially
Oh,
in the mid lane,
couple
tried
right
by Wo-Chien
84.
reaction. Everyone's mid, and the solo by from Poison Water. Wow, it was really surprising that the Tristana and the Moon all moved topside for the Herald and moved towards mid lane a bit.
Seems like there was
Uh,
a little miscommunication on the side of ALAMO for that
Yeah,
one.
it is a strategy that we actually we saw a lot from last season and earlier this season, but ever since the meta has shifted towards the bot meta, we rarely see uh, any teams bot lane and support go to the Herald in minutes. But actually with the champion like Tristana, maybe actually Tristana is not
Nico
following the
is level
Herald.
6, looking to path top
Well,
lane and relieve his
Nico
top
is
laner.
coming. Daisy does go down. Unfortunate Daisy having control.
On
Nicholas
the sense
here.
CC, will they make any
The
place over this? They will not,
Well,
but
it
they do
was
stop the
really
hero play.
okay. That is really interesting. That Level Reaction moved their botting and support of the hero fight, and with a champion that takes towers really fast like Tristana, they decided not to actually push any particular tower together with the Rift Herald and simply just try to get a two-play hit. While the Jinx Crystal X from Alamo, a
Oh,
miss shot from
blunder
Seth.
from the set. Flashes and
Wow.
misses W.
I actually think even if the W hits, it might not necessarily be a solo kill, but Nico being there to save the day,
Just
and it
not
would,
throwing it from the there.
yeah. Yes, I don't know how worth the hero fight. Oh, Amumu does engage on without ulti, but has the ignite. Tristana is the only level 6 in this fight. Tristana does jump in. The Braum is trying to block. Tristana gets CC'd and trapped, and it seems like it'll just end there. Ivan does make it, but
Amumu comes
Amumu
back
still
in.
keeps it. I think there's some miscommunication. Amumu is getting pushed, but
Flasher
really
Amumu,
close.
he's safe.
Okay. Amumu does make it out. Wukong does engage onto the. And Nico is here as a minion, but nothing connects.
Flash
Wukong still
Mazier
gets solo
into
kill.
the top.
Really
And
good.
it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Really good ulti from Semi here. Makes it 1-1 trade, but Nico should push the wave and crash mid lane.
I really want to see the Nico make some moves here. Oh,
Oh. But yeah, it's.
having farmed all game, I think his laners really need some relief.
Yeah, I think it's just really interesting. Overall, going back to the Herald, there was so many actions going on after having the Herald. The fact that they traded the Herald for only 2 plays distributed Fiber and set, yet the Flex was able to take 2 plays by herself. I don't know how worth that really was. This experience by rotating, um, you can actually see that. You can actually see that you know, um, is kind of remaining at around 2K from what we saw earlier, from like let's say 8-7 minutes. The rest side is not really pushing their leads right now, but they're just maintaining so goal lead. Well, we see like a near full armor pull from Udyr. That the four yeah, really good tricks from Udyr. Udyr the ghost being popped, I think Udyr is looking for a solo kill. Set is being constantly slowed, and I think that's a solo kill with W popped. Set's going down. Set does go down.
What is going on? Set is up by about 40 CS and gets soloed by the enemy top laner.
Yeah, so
Udyr?
I think this is where champion understanding really comes into play here. Wood is a champion that has I think higher base stats than Lesson, I'll say, especially with all the points into his R, which should be maxed out at level 9, and he was able to build full armor, which makes the set before he gets the Blade of the Ruin King not be able to deal that much damage nor lifesteal, and constantly slowing the set to make the solo kill possible with the Ghost.
Keep in mind that the Herald was also invested top lane, giving more gold over to the set. But now it looks like the
Oh,
gold gap is only about
wow,
1.5k.
with that much of a CSC, but I guess he was solo killed. The set that still does not have Blade of the Ruin King here, which he should be close to. Wukong does go
All
for the
engage
solo
from
kill.
Wukong.
Sammy does have the ulti, but Wukong's second ulti, it does not give him enough
And the
chance.
solo kill comes in for Wukong, the poison water.
Yeah, I think Wukong to Azir might really be an interesting champion with with how much Wukong. Oh, Tristan does jump
And
in.
Roam from
Oh,
Tristana.
off the river. Wukong does pretend to be his W, but I think Killian realizes that he does not have enough mana to be casting W ability, so that must be a real one. Um, it is interesting that Wukong can, with to seeing how much Wukong is able to negate, which is his W ability. If Azir gets baited, he can even negate the Azir ulti, which could be just straight up lethal in a fight like that. And with how much damage output he simply has at these earlier levels with the Shin, now with the Divine Sender, he can essentially solo anyone on Red Side right now.
Looks like
Mumu
another
engage
engagement
does
from
go
Mumu.
in.
They're looking for a fight.
Oh, he's right on, but the
Brahm's locked in. Oh, and the Jinx Rocket kills the Mumu.
Oh, Nico
Oh!
flash ulti. Killian does get knocked out. The ulti does kill the Braum, but Jake survives barely.
Huge
Daisy does
R
get
coming
taken
in from
down.
Shazana.
And I think it's gonna end from there. Wow, the Tristana ulti barely doesn't kill the Jinx there, which I think if it does, Ivan could look for something later on Nico, or at least secure the wave. Um, with another actually solo kill top lane, it looks like Udyr is just abusing his high right now and abusing the fact that Seth does not have his first completed item to further extend the lead. And I think his first item is going to be a Frozen Heart, which Wukong does go for a trade. The moon is here, so the trade will end right there. Oh, another interesting thing is Azir is actually able to stack Beetle Tempo on Wukong's W. So with trades like that, Wukong's gotta be careful with his W usage to not continue to
First
trade
turret goes
afterwards.
over to the Udyr.
Yeah. And with the Frozen
I
Heart,
like to point out Udyr's build right here.
yeah.
Steel caps, just pure armor, and more armor, and he can
Yeah.
solo a first item set right here. Very balanced.
Oh, Wukong doesn't engage with the W. The Nico Drew lands, and Azir, although using ulti, still goes down in the first rotation of Wukong's ulti. Um, yeah, I don't really know what Azir can do against a champion that has so much mobility that Wukong. I guess he just has to stay with outside of the Wukong E range, which will be really hard if you're in the
And it
lane.
actually looks like that the gold lead has swung over to the blue side by about 1k.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh,
This is
I think.
tremendous for the side of Alamo as they do indeed
Oh,
scout harder.
Gunshot is being sandwiched here. He does have the flash, but he decides to go into fight with the Ivern. The shield does come in, and he was able to get out safely with Ivern being there. Wow. I actually think Frozen Heart by Udyr is a really brilliant item choice. Oh, looks like Restai will be fighting this Herald. Restai people do get there first, and Wukong being out of mana doesn't seem like he was able to contribute much to
Yeah,
this fight.
I think
Although having
Alamo is
such a
going to give over this one.
big top lane advantage, Ivern does have that mythic advantage over Nico, and Azir was able to push the wave there with his full mana, Wukong was out of mana. Yeah, I think Frozen Heart here is actually such a brilliant, build from Udyr because Set is an all-base champion, especially if he builds Blade of the Rune King, so Tristana, and Ivern being a champion that doesn't do that much damage himself, and Azir, well, also being a heavy auto-base champion, lowering the attack speed would be so crucial. Set is getting chased down by Udyr here. Thankfully, Udyr does not have that many points in his Q, otherwise I think Set would have just gone down right there. Udyr is able to take essentially full HP trades from Set right now. Set cannot even really fight back because if he does, he just constantly. So the Ghost is being popped. Set does get stunned. Ultis. Udyr is still chasing. Drops a turret aggro first and tries to clear the minion. With plenty of minions from blue side, there may be a dive here. Wukong is coming as well to assist the dive. But Udyr does decide to take down Taos. Actually, no, goes for a Set. Set without his ulti does go down really simply to empower.
Looks like Alamo is choosing to dive top lane and get a tower in exchange for the dragon going over
Exchange
to
for the
red side.
dragon, but notice the Jinx is on the tower. The Jinx actually gets the tower from boss side, so I overall don't think it's a.
Oh, and
Jeremy is
another
getting
kill
CC.
goes in for Alamo.
Oh,
Nico picks up the kill, and the
really?
gold lead is now at around 3k.
Wow,
And
and
oh my
we
god,
see
this top lane
Wukong and Udyr be on
bleeding.
the
It's
tower.
bleeding.
I actually think it was a really bad macro decision from Wo-Chien reaction to give the bot tower two top towers, and Azir pushing in mid, getting solo killed by Nico. Just all for one dragon seemed really not worth it. Um, wow, it's certainly interesting. Um, how Alamo Alamo really macroed those 2 minutes really well. They're really abusing the mid game power spike from Wukong, the mid game power spike from Udyr, and um, they're still securing Jinx's scaling. Udyr is in rest at jungle getting sandwiched by 3 people. Can he get out? He does not have to ghost, nor does he have flash. He's getting slowed, stunned
Just them.
into knockups, and Tristana gets the huge shutdown.
That's huge for reaction. However, I would like to see them make more plays like that. You know, having their really fat Tristana going around just getting some picks and skirmishes off.
Yeah, I
Because at
don't.
this point, they really gotta find a way to stop the bleeding from topside, and they're
Yeah,
just getting shoved in overall.
yeah. Looks like the Udyr might be close to his mythic. Actually, the Udyr should be really ahead of second goal. Yeah, he does pick up the Jack Show at 18 minutes. With how behind in CS we saw he was earlier, this is a great abuse of his champion knowledge on what his champion is able to do. We see Gonsho, without being able to really split anywhere, has decided to just come around mid lane and try to make a play with his team. It's the Nico
I
here.
also like to point out that
This
Tristana is now on 2 items.
Oh, the Tristana is on fight with the Navori. We see that that is not the usual item pickup for Tristana, but
No, it is. It is.
oh really?
Yeah. I actually heard that Tristana was not that great in this meta, but it seems like killing him. Oh, and the Nico in the engage.
Oh, the Nico
Oh,
does
secures another kill.
Sammy
Huge
does
for
go
Alamo
down.
as another kill goes in for Jinx, and the hurt scaling is rapidly speeding up. And it looks like they're trying to look for another pick onto Ivern, and I don't think they might do it. They're gonna catch him. Oh, they're coming in with the flank. The Giga Chad, top laner. Oh, they're slamming them down.
Well, okay, Killian is going for the Wukong, but I think Wukong will actually fight this once he's out of turret range. Crystal is being chased down by Gonsho, but his teammates are here. Gonsho being slowed, being cornered, the Braum.
Oh, and
He actually does
the
that
prop
barely.
ult, huge, right on the edge, right on the
My
tip,
Gonsho
and
does
they
go
catch
down.
his head again.
Well, I think the entire. I think by this point, all the hope from Wo-Chien reaction is on the Tristana, and we see Ivern has built an Ardent Sensor, which is not to put
It
this
has
second.
to be a crucial pick here.
Momo does engage, go on to the Udyr, but Udyr is so tanky. The Udyr is so tanky with
but the
lockpick from
Braum
The
should be
Braum
dead.
does go down, but Udyr is able to just walk out with 60 immunity. The Udyr had just way too much armor for Tristana to deal with right now without the Lord Dominus Regard. Wukong is able to split again, split with the bot tier 2 tower.
Yeah, although Tristana picks up another kill for himself, at this stage of the game, Live Wo-Chien reaction is actually losing on all 3 fronts, and they get pushed in mid and bot as they try to make a play on the top side.
Yeah, this is really something I guess we see a lot from Live Wo-Chien reaction is that they often are forced or I guess choose to put most of their eggs in the Killian basket, and we would have to admit Killian is a player that their team can trust on to put all their resources into. Yeah, the set. Uh, Certainly, I would say that with how much advantage he had early game, it's not wrong to decide to build a Blade of the Ruin King. But now that he's in a disadvantaged spot and behind, the Blade of the Ruin King feels really bad because even with it, he cannot really split against anyone on the team of Alamo, and the item is just not nearly as useful as others such as Strike and Team Fights. The Mumu does get engaged on. Tristana is able to jump up, but the Mumu
Huge
should go
pick.
down really quickly. Yep.
And the support of Live Wo-Chien reaction goes down. And it looks like they want to push in mid here. Look for Tristana.
But Tristana doesn't get jumped out.
It's okay. They push in mid wave, and they're gonna look up to set up for Dragon here.
Yeah, they should be able to set up Dragon, and also actually I think from start of Alamo they should be able to do the Baron. After the Dragon, they should be ahead enough. Oh, Poison Water Wukong is getting chased down by 3 people getting sandwiched. Daisy is so tanky. Can he take down the Azir from 2 guys? How much shield Ivern is able to provide? The answer is no.
And the goal goes to Azir. However, Alamo picks up the Dragon. And we're now sitting at 2-2.
Yeah, we actually step. Oh, actually.
Oh, it looks like my Wo-Chien reaction is going for
the Baron. They should do this really fast with Daisy and Azir.
And the TP comes in from the set.
But Nico is here. Does not land the rune. Nico should be looking for an ulti war engage, and Mumu is sandwiching them. Oh, Amumu does engage with the flash, and OT set engages as well. Nico counter engages. The side of Wo-Chien reaction
Look
is
at the
going
Jinx.
down.
Jinx is
But
excited.
Zero completely whips ulti
Oh,
and blocks the road.
pain.
It looks like the Wo-Chien reaction should wants to just attack all the play, but Killian says no. Engages onto the Jinx. It's getting blocked by Braum. Pushes the Braum away, but the Jinx is getting
Oh,
just getting free hits as Tristana was CC'd. Wow, I think the last play by Killian there was really a gamble play. I think they could have just taken the 4-for-1 and tried to get out. Them being behind already makes the team fight so hard, and losing the 0 LT. We'll call this W on the wall, but I think nothing happens. Dizzy is being spawned again. Iron does have the smite, but he does not have any vision on what's going on in the pit regarding the Baron HP. He is probably on the word. Can he make the steal? 3K. Now it's in the 2K
okay.
range. 2K.
Okay.
He connects. Iron steals the Baron. Really great play. Ivory is still looking to chase. He is getting targeted on by Jinx, and I think he does go down to the Jinx with how much shield? Nope.
Braum
Really
is so
close.
low, and he
Baron.
dies too.
Oh, the
Burn.
Brom does die. Wow, really great steal by Stantralicious on the side of the live Wo-Chien reaction. The Iron Q, man, he's able to delay and still just come in, just snatches the Baron, and I think the side of Alamo really could have done something over the wall, so for example, like a Wukong W, try to force the Iron out of the space, but they didn't do so, and they got punished for it. We do see Tristana and
Looks like
Jinx
the
have both right now.
Tristana and
Tristana is getting engaged
Mumu
onto
looks
the.
for another pig.
Wow!
Huge.
The Nico gets absolutely melted the moment Tristana denotates and Amumu Q lands, thus giving her no reaction. She does
Man,
have a really squishy build. She wasn't able to press the stopwatch or do anything meaningful there.
great play around vision there by side of
So
live Wo-Chien reaction.
so
And
now we see
Nico
that.
is in shambles, losing both the Baron and the red buff. Absolutely
Yeah.
devastating.
Oh, Wukong does flash
Oh,
ulti
huge
again.
engage come in from Wukong. They have a
Wukong,
zero top,
okay,
but they don't care
CC,
because
Shimano
Jinx
CC.
is going to get excited, and Jinx is going to carry all of them.
Oh,
But
yeah,
no, it actually comes out to be a pretty decent trade. No, Red Side actually comes out winning this trade.
Yeah, we see just how much Amumu, although only having let's say an item and a half or so, it tanks so long due to not only the Azir Tower but also just the Iron Shield. The Iron with the Iron Shield in this patch, it just you cannot describe it. It's way too much. And without a Serpent's Fang being built on anyone on blue side, it may be really hard to break the Iron Shield, and it's only gonna get tougher.
Although I
And
did like the initiative being taken by Alamo, I think they absolutely have to make sure that they can jump on the Tristana.
yeah, I think that was a really aggressive engage by the Wukong. Maybe not exactly follow upable by his teammates. And I think the side of level motion reaction is just trying to abuse the range Tristana and Zir have and how fast they take down towers.
Gold is
To
so close, and it's like Red Side barely has a 1k advantage right now.
yeah, the 1K advantage. Yeah, we see that Set is trying to build a Stridebreaker, which finally, hopefully, gave him some agency in team fights. The slow on the Stridebreaker slow on a champion like Jinx with no CC can be really devastating. And I think the longer the game goes, right side scaling with the Zir and the Tristana should outscale blue side, who champions like Udyr will naturally fall off a bit and only provide utility there into the game. Another interesting thing to point out is that the Udyr actually decided to build the Monica Bridge third item, which usually is his absolute core item that he needs to build first or second to secure damage. Um, but we do see that he's actually losing all the dominance he had early game because, as we said, Udyr is a champion that heavily relies on his base stats, and that is starting to fall off as they enter into levels like 13, 14. Oh, another interesting pickup by Iron is a Staff of Flowing Water. I would personally think an item like Imperial Mandate or Redemption here may be good, or even Mikhail's. The Tristana does not have a cleanse, but because Tristana does have the Navori, so I don't really know how much she cares about the ability haste, but I'm certainly sure that's good on Azir.
Looks like Sad is looking for a back, but he's stopped by the Jinx Rocket. He does has TP.
Oh, the Jinx. Oh, the Udyr is pushing the base, but Udyr actually does not have that much damage. He
Ivor's
has
chucked out to 40% health.
Yeah,
Oh, but the Udyr is pushing top. He's
yeah, we
getting
see
the
that.
inhibitor and
We
just
see
no
that
one to
Udyr.
answer him.
We see that Udyr is taking the tower like really slowly.
Oh, Seth
Actually,
stopped his back.
because of there may be a dragon
Seth
fight
going
coming
in
out.
for the flank.
Set does blast him over.
Oh, but he gets trapped.
He pulls everyone, and there's
Oh,
an
huge
entire full
damage on the
W off
Jinx,
the
but it
Jinx.
is not enough.
Yeah, I think the side of live motion reaction made the decision fairly onto the fight that they will give up set to defend the base, which I think could be the correct decision. Jinx was indeed chunked, but the set was not able to get his flash or ulti used in a meaningful way, and they decide to get back out of the fight, which I think is perfectly fine. We see Wow, we see Tristana here has now five
Four
items.
items.
He's one item away from being full build. We finally see the LDR being picked up. He should have a much easier time killing champions like Wukong, but especially the Udyr here. But the Udyr, interestingly, I think I found it really interesting that Udyr in that dragon fight decided to split push actually while he built the Frozen Heart and the Jackal, which are both team fight items, and also just the
I
nature of the
agree.
champion. If you are to max R, which he seems to be doing, then I think it's a team fight. But that's the decision ALAMO has made on their macro. And with Baron spawning in 50 seconds, both teams are really keeping close eye onto this Baron. Braum does well to go up do some vision here. Um, we see that Sammy Azir he's thinking about going to bot or mid. He's deciding. He's hovering around. I think both teams want to do something on the Baron.
Yeah,
I,
Azir also now has 3
I,
items and a
yeah,
stopwatch, so
yeah. We
we'll
see
be
that
looking for those
finally.
things to take place.
Yeah, we finally see the about 50 CS diff between mid lane now, and Wukong being down about an entire item or so. Wukong as a champion really wants to snowball mid game. Oh,
Oh,
the
and the
Azir
pick on the
does
Braum.
engage onto the Braum. The Braum is getting free hit. Azir is getting stunned, but does have the stopwatch to barely survive. Gunshow should be able to hold the Udyr off by himself. The Udyr does not have that much damage, and Gunshow does have two items to just defend here. Fine, I think. Crystal X does send a rocket, does not
It does not
kill
steal or
the
disrupt the Azir
Marcus
back.
Hemi. We really see how thick that Iron Shield is, just entirely blocking
Very
the
thick,
Jinx
very
rocket.
thick.
Entirely blocks it off and just lets Azir continue the recall like nothing happened. We see more split pushing. Oh, the side live motion reaction is abusing the fact that Weir's botting is starting the Baron. We have stream blacked out.
I've heard that though. Yep, the red team has
yep.
slain the Baron. That is
Slaying
very
Baron, and
surprising.
that is really. Oh, I think there's another fight breaking. Oh, top. No, that's a Nico clone. So
No, it seems like live watching reaction took the Baron for free.
yeah, with the champ. Okay, I think the Black only went for like 5 seconds. We really see Azir and Tristana, being the champions they are, they melt that Baron, especially with Ivan's with Ivan's Daisy and his buff with on on his magic damage with this W. It absolutely melts that Baron. And that's something the side of Alamo needs to be really careful about from now on. That any chance that Wo-Chien reaction gets, they can instantly melt any objectives with Tristana and Azir. Oh, the Nico is looking for engage, but misses the root, thus will not follow up. Nico does seem to want to make some sort of engage here while she has flash and ulti. Looks like really nothing's getting achieved by the Udyr versus set lane. Oh, actually Udyr, as we speak, is going onto the set, but I don't think
But it's
any
not enough.
major... Yeah, it looks like nothing major will happen here as the Baron minions take a while for the Udyr to
It's
clear.
very interesting because Wukong is also shoving in topside right now.
Yeah, Wukong actually looks like, yeah, they are trying to split and...
Oh, a movement flash, Q, engage, ult, forces a fight.
Yeah, really decisive engage from the side of level reaction. They realize that the blue side is trying to pressure them through macro. Wukong is in the base with the Udyr says going back.
Udyr.
The Umumu does make it back, and there's a TP coming in from Sammy. Tristana is making it as well. They are getting CC'd. I think this will be a double kill from the left side of level reaction. And really
the set goes down.
Really good kill by the Wukong. I think the Wukong should die here as well. Yep. Oh, actually, no. The W blocks the Iron Q. 1-for-1, forcing.
No flash.
Yeah. I think the side of Alamo trying to re-engage here. Semi is so low. He actually survived. Jinx hasn't even really.
No,
wow.
That was the wrong target focus for the Jinx.
Wow, I think
if she got excited off of the kill off of Azir, she would have been able to wipe that.
Wow, we just see there that the Jinx being
blunder.
the Jinx having 3.5 items, full focusing onto a Nazir who only has support items, could not kill him through the shield. That is absolutely insane. The champion like Jinx with this much item just seemed like getting most of her damage negated by the shield from Iron.
He really desperately needed that reset there.
Looks like this game should be over with live Wo-Chien reaction pushing it.
Oh,
Nico completely misses ulti trying to.
was that for wave clearing?
Real.
I'm a little confused.
Well,
The
Semi
TP comes
does
in from
take
Sat,
a
and they
kill,
should be
but
able to end this game.
I think the Tristana is just too fed for anyone to deal with right now, and we congratulate Side.
Of the series, huh?
But yeah,
Oh, it's so close.
that was really close game, definitely.
Yeah, that gold graph it's almost like this was an LPL game. It went from blue side to red side to blue side to red side and back to blue side
Yeah, we see in the post game damage
and
graph
red.
here. This is really something we see typical from both sides. I'll say. We see Killian getting most of the team's kills, damage, gold, everything, and his teammates play more of a utility role. We actually see Sammy Azir this game, although there could be some mechanical outplays. I think he did fairly okay this game, although he was getting targeted a bit early game. Blue side was abusing the strong Wukong early game, but Wukong, I would like to say there might be some problems with the item pickup. Ravenous Hydra is not really an item you ever see on Wukong now, unless you're extremely fed trying to snowball. Um, the Wukong and Udyr picks were also, I guess, fitting of Alamo's game plan. They do like to pick more bruiser frontline champions that are good at split pushing at mid and top. And once they get an advantage, credit to their jungle, they try to end the game through mid game. We usually see that Alamo's team comps typically struggle into the late game because they don't have a secondary carry in the mid lane that's ranged.
Yeah, for Alamo, for us Alamo, I like them to kind of double down on what they're good at. So kind of pouring in more resources for top and mid. And then their ADC usually plays scaler, and he will naturally like scale up in the game. As for live Wo-Chien reaction, I think they're kind of having an identity crisis. They need to double down on their carry, Killian. Their top laner should just double down on a weak side role like Ornn or something, or anything that can answer the split push coming in from Alamo's top laner. But yeah, good place all around. It's a Clown Fiesta. We love Clown Fiestas. Very good game one. It was a banger.
Yeah. I think Goncho really. I think Goncho being down as he was able to make some correct macro decisions later, being the
Yeah.
one to pull off Udyr. He did that successfully, just playing off of his team.
I actually thought as Udyr and Wukong were kind of falling off their mid game power spike, they should have perhaps just doubled down on the Jinx and team fought with them, especially given how Udyr got team fighting items too.
Yeah, I think it's just a problem that Alamo's team comp just naturally falls off really hard into the late game without a secondary range carry. Nico, I wouldn't say is necessarily a carry champion.
Yeah. I also like to see more Nico plays. Did we ever see a single link gank from the Nico that game?
Yeah, I think once in the lane, but it did fail actually, and the Nico didn't have anything, but it still resulted in still kill performance here.
Yeah. It was too late. Alright, guys, we're gonna heading to break, and we'll see you game for game two.
Yep.
Two, very exciting. Draft is about to start.
Yeah, everyone, welcome back to Rutgers League. This is Game 2's draft between ALAMO and Wo-Chien actually for losers semifinals. Game 1, we were able to see new picks such as Armor, and we saw picks such as Azir for Semi perform relatively better than last time, definitely. And we're interested to see how the draft goes again. I think both teams drafted really typical comps for what their teams are used to. And it's to note that they have switched side, if I remember correctly. So we are waiting for the draft to start.
I do think that red side makes more sense for Alamo if they think they have stronger solo laners, especially for the top side.
Yeah. So actually, it seems like Alamo chose blue side again this game.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Does Killian play Jinx, Peter? Do you remember?
To my knowledge, Killian can play Jinx, but it's not a champion that he would
I don't
prioritize
think I've
over.
seen him play Jinx recently either.
Yeah, not recently, but he does have some other priority picks. But I think if it does get to that point, yeah, I think he's able to play Jinx.
If Alamo going with blue side again this game, I hope they have a different pick that they like to contest for first pick. Otherwise, Jinx might be a little bit of a waste. but we'll see what happens.
I actually think, well, yeah, Jinx. Jinx is not that bad of a champion right now. With actually, we saw Jinx get relatively fed last game as well, but I think it's just nature of the team
But I
fight.
think that was also a really good setup from the side of Jinx's team, and
Yeah,
although there were a little blunders here and there, Jinx is not nearly as strong as she was a couple patches ago.
yeah,
The
but
little nerfs did chip her down bit by bit.
yeah, I think when you're looking at a match between the two ADC hyper carries, it's really key to see whether which team is able to pull out another late game carry, which the side of Level International was able to do with Nazir, and another one is to see which ADC was able to get an enchanter on the node if they're both fed, which Level International was able to do again. I would totally expect for drop tier that Iron be banned. Iron is such a unique yet strong champion, and his role, and I don't think there's a better way to ban other ways better to ban it unless they pick it themselves, which will be really really interesting. Um, we're still waiting for the draft to start here. My watch reaction is waiting.
Is there anything you'd like to see change from the draft last game, Peter? Picks and
So
bans.
so with our expectation of Iron being banned, um, we'll see what type of junglers they decide to pick out, and oh, we actually see started. Oh, draft. Oh, I think there was some bug with
Oh,
our previous draft link, but now we see the bans from the side of Alamo being Lucian, Warren, and Alawi. All expected. The bans from Level Reaction being Zaya or Morkazer, and Kai Kennen, which are also expected. We see Blue side picking Jinx, Udyr, and Sedrani, and Resta actually gets the Iron and Tristana combo again. Cassante for top lane, which should be a
start
more
walking.
Yep, what should be a more stable champion in the top lane that someone like set due to the nature from being a tank. But see, Braum being banned, the Braum was a really good anti-engage and counter-engage champion, being taken away from the side of Alamo. The Cassiopeia being hovered to ban again. The Cassiopeia does get banned. We see Nala's getting banned, respecting the support from Alamo, who has picked a lot of games with Nalas in this tournament. That's who the last ban may be.
The
Um,
Thresh is, however, left open,
well,
but perhaps Reside might pick it.
Oh, I don't think Thresh Thresh Tristana is a really good combo, but Thresh Jinx is definitely one. Again, we see Milio and Lulu both being open. These really strong champions in this patch. We see Yasuo being banned from the Sammy from Sammy on the rest side. It's actually a champion I believe he can play fairly well, but not a lot of people know this. Let's see what pick one from rest side would be. They should be picking a support here and leave the counter pick for mid, if I think correctly. Oh, I'm really surprised that the side of Alamo did not decide to ban the Iron or the Tristana. We see a Moo being picked again, as expected. Um,
Into the Thresh?
well,
It's
just
gotta
to
be the Thresh, right?
just to abuse the strong landing from Tristana being able to try to bully and abuse the Jinx, and and since I already have Enchanter, and Momo's engage is actually
I'll
valuable.
bet you 5 emeralds that is a Thresh.
5 emeralds. Okay,
Five
we have
emeralds?
why so map Codecast is a Minecraft villager. So with just the Malzahar being picked, it's a really
Oh,
it's a really stable
but
pick. I think that this pick is actually I think Malzahar is actually a really underrated pick in my opinion. He's not only good in teamfight and good in skill pushing and picking. He has really good combo with Johnny, being able to chain CC people, and their early base damage should be able to kill someone. So I actually think it's a really good pick from Alamo. It gives them more pick potential as well. That's the last pick from blue side. It'll be a Lulu. Yep, as we expected.
Oh,
The Jinx needs her Lulu / Milio to really unleash her true potentials. Hyper carry ADC,
go
usually
even further beyond.
really needs War Wands and Enchanter if possible. The Sejuani pick in the jungle was their setup to enable an Enchanter pick, which I think the side of Live Wo-Chien Reaction might not have fully expected after being presented the same situation, but they didn't pick it the first game. The last pick, the answer to Malzahar from the side of Live Wo-Chien Reaction is Ari. Okay. So
Very interesting drafts coming in. Alamo does decide to double down on the 100 Thieves style to protect the ADC, Mr. President, double lift playstyle. And we have red side very familiar picks coming out with the same bot lane picks being Tristana, Amumu, and the critical Iron pick.
yeah, I think the draft style, I think Alamo was the one that to make a change. They gave up on the Nico jungle and they picked a jungler. Although the Nico did perform, I'll say, pretty well last game, with a few minor mechanical mistakes. Having the Strawny and just the engage and the CC in the jungle, being a tank allowed them to pick the Lulu. Otherwise, their team come from last game. If they were to have no tank in the front line, that's not their familiar playstyle. Maybe they didn't want to pick the Lulu in that case.
Is the Johnny a fast 6 champion or a slow roll and gank lanes champion?
I think Sejuani could definitely. First of all, I think Sejuani definitely. Sejuani doesn't usually full clear. She has really good level 3 gank potential, but she does actually value the level 6 ulti a lot.
Fast 6.
That's her really okay. That's really stable engage. That's really stable engage from them. I do have a bit of a question about the Ari pick because to my knowledge, Sammy does not play that much of Ari, and I don't know if necessarily Ari is a good pick to Malzahar because Ari is a champion that would like to push lane and roam, or at least make plays for their jungle. But their jungler being Iron, who's someone that doesn't really like to take early jungle skirmishes, or not at least until level 6 when he's able to have the Daisy. And also with the changes in systems where the high lane minions actually meet at the same time as mid lane minions, it makes champions the mid lane that like to roam a bit hard to play the game. Uh, so
I do like Alamo's draft this game a lot more, I think. Even if Malzahar cannot reach the Hyper Carry Tristana, if it's enough to give the Jinx a reset, on top of that with the Lulu ult and attack speed and everything, that Jinx can absolutely be a late game monster as she was before a couple patches ago and completely take over the mid and late game.
yeah. So we'll go into a break here until we and turn to the game. Hello everyone, welcome back to the live game 2 of the BO5 between Alamo and Level Reaction. We see that Tristan this game, instead of the exhaust, has brought the cleanse, mainly for the Sejuani and Malzahar, I would say. I think it's just Sejuani.
And also for the Lulu exhaust and polymorph, I
Yeah,
believe.
yep, definitely. So looks like both sides are planning to do a 5-point this game, understandably so. They all want
Ah,
to
no RU screw.
no are you screw out to have a relatively easy early game. Then that means this game will be, I think, relatively dependent on the mid jungle from both sides because um, I think top lane being the noodle fight it is, if no side messes up really hard, it should not be a breakthrough point for either team. And bot lane, Jinx, Lulu does want to play a bit safe, but they're actually a good combo in early trading as well. They're not that bad. Tristana trying to abuse the early lane dominance of the Mumu, but mid jungle can really make the difference in a lot of the tradings here. Bot lane, I guess. Top lane just being an island. Good luck to them too.
I also like to point out that if Ari can successfully wave clear against this Malzahar, she does have the roam
Oh, we
advantage. And
see
no thing
Kelly
off,
sitting in the bush, and
one
guess
auto
one
tag,
straight out
huge, but traded
against
back with the
Lulu,
Lulu Q.
traded back with Lulu here. I yeah, I was interested. I think Lucia was a bit scared that Mumu was around, but I think Mumu was not
I'm not
as
gonna
scared
lie,
as
for
they
a
thought.
second, I didn't see who the Yordo was. I thought it was a Moo.
Yeah, we see 3 Hurdle Volley here. Jinx being here. We see that, oh, actually, Udyr took a lot of damage from the blue buff. Really interesting, but I mean, it shouldn't matter in the long run. They should have just regened it up. Sante is not like early aggressive champion, anyways. We see that Ivern, due to the unique clear path of the champion, he does start at the walls, that he should be able to rock back to the walls. Which, interestingly, it's what he's doing differently from last game. Last game, he tried to speed here to level 3 and then ganking bot immediately. But this is actually the standard level 4 clear path for Ivern and ending up with bot side. With this Johnny is starting top side for pathing towards bot side. No one cares about top lane in this game. Oh, Ivern actually decides to
Damn, bro, I care about
back.
top lane.
Ivern actually decides to back here. A bit interesting. Uh, yeah, what he could have done. Yeah, I don't see why Ivern had to back there, but I mean, he doesn't want to focus on the boss side of the game, boss side of the map, and wants to stay there longer. Dante is pushing the wave into Udyr, but looks like they're not even hitting each other; they're hitting the shields of each other. We see Malzahar, as suspected, pushes the wave into Ari in the early stages. But once Ari gets more items and is able to clear the wave with 1 or 2 really quick Qs, it should be easier. We see Ivern. Yeah, this is why.
Wow.
Oh, Udyr is getting chunked by the Cassandra. Cassandra is actually wow.
Much better top
Well,
laner.
the Udyr really wants to
Just
freeze this wave,
trading.
but the wave still crashes in, unfortunately, and will bounce into Cassandra, which I think Cassandra could back off a bit, but he knows the Ivern is around, so he's not afraid to keep pushing. Um, yeah, this is another thing. I don't understand why Ivern backed, and now he's actually ended up in topside when he could have continued his career path and still end up being bot side, just track back. That's the normal clear. But he
I
does end up
really
being
like
topside,
that that
and
Guncho is pushing in the wave against
yeah.
positive thinking,
Wow, I
actually.
was.
Taking advantage of the fact that he cannot
Oh,
see edge.
Malzahar is out of mana. Really?
What
Um,
happened mid lane?
well, Malzahar is a pretty mana-heavy champion with how much he was pushing in. I'm expecting he used all mana on the pushing. Let's see, both junglers are milling right now, but
Oh,
the live motion actually should be stronger. But just the fact that earlier Sejuani, oh, we see a gank being initiated by Sejuani. They do not know Ivern's here. Doesn't get
they're
engaged
throwing
on.
hands.
Ivern the shield, the W, and the Q. Let's get charmed. Moondragon is getting blocked by Ivern.
Force of splash.
The fast is forced from the Sejuani, and with Malzahar being they should be able to push the wave in fairly easily. Uh, yeah, really, I don't think it was a really good gank angle from Sejuani while Malzahar was completely even if
Yeah, that was really brave.
even if the armor was not there, the Mumu
Oh,
Q does
Mumikyu.
connect going onto them, and the Tristana does jump in. The
Is
shield
enough?
being popped is
It's
this
enough.
definitely
First
enough.
blood goes over
The
to
W reset.
Killian.
The exhaust is on. The Jinx is getting really slow without the flash and heal. What would he do? The Q
Oh
connects
my
from Ivern.
god.
Wow, really good Q from Ivern here. And he also was able to W extending off the tri push, making Jinx see him later. the details in that fight were just really good. All
ALAMO
the
bot lanes in
yeah,
shambles
all
once
the
again.
yeah, all the pushing and all the pushing Tristana and Mumu into tower earlier by abusing the fact that Sejuani was boss side controlling the river. They were only able to get like a really small CST that's now completely all gone together as their Psalms and their lives. All the kills going to Tristana here, rushing the new quiver plus the Lobster with boost. Spawning matchup will be really hard, and we see that Ari is actually playing this matchup fairly well, pushing into the Malzahar with no mana. And if she gets a really good reset timer here and able to make a roam, let's say, oh, really
Oh,
aggressive ulti from Ari, the charm does miss, but Malzahar is being really pushed out of the XP zone. Ari can't go for it. Oh,
and the
really
dash
beautiful.
forward
I think
WQ
yeah, I think
seals the deal.
the poison water here really uh underestimated what Ari is able to do, what Sammy is
That
able to
was
do.
greedy.
The ulti duration was pretty long. And yeah, I'll say overall really greedy play by Poison Water and he got
Bro
punished
had
for it.
teleport, just back and teleport. It's okay.
Yeah,
And like
definitely.
overall, I
Well,
think Live
Cassandra does
Wo-Chien.
push with your back. Cassandra does have the ulti. Cassandra should be able to win this fight if he decides the ulti. Udyr is about to run out of mana, but does have the ghost.
Oh,
Cassandra does steal the
is he gonna
Udyr.
star walk?
Is able
He's
to
not walking.
is able to ulti, and the Q should hit,
Oh,
knocking
is it
Udyr
enough to
back.
kill?
Udyr does have the
Oh,
ghost, but it's not enough.
solo
Cassandra just does
kill.
so much damage.
Making up for his blunders in
Wow.
game one,
Wow, this
Gunshot is now dunking on this Udyr.
wow,
My god, that was disgusting.
We actually saw that Goncho. He did so well early game with set two last game, and he is able to just that was such a clean solo kill by Goncho. For example, saving his Q3 for when the Udyr pops close and knocks him back. See, the dragon is being taken by blue side here, but Ari not having ulti and coming back to lane later, Limo reaction does decide to just simply give that dragon.
Live Ocean reaction,
Uh,
having three
Level's
winning
reaction
lanes
is
actually.
potentially getting ganked by the Strong here, but I think they are able to back up. The
Oh, they
Tristana
don't take
does
the
realize
bait?
that. Tristana does realize that and just W's out really safely. But with Moondragon being gone, this bot lane should be in complete control of Killian and Lion with how much item advantage they have. But it's a bit hard for Tristana because of her E passive, she does she does have a bit of a hard time controlling waves. Well, with this, especially. Oh, the Ivan
That
does get spotted by Udyr. Ivan will he be able to get out? He does have level 6, and
oh,
Udyr is above level 7, but the Daisy is so strong. The shield's getting put onto Udyr, getting
Asante
Ivan,
is not
but
exactly moving down either. He's
looks
moving
like
very
nothing is
slowly.
really about to happen. Udyr is still
He should
chasing,
be
but
fine.
Ivan may be able to
Is this
knock
gonna be
him
a
off.
turnaround?
Actually,
Oh, in the
oh,
mid lane fight breaks out.
Semi is
Oh,
only
and the ult.
stealing
Will it be enough? Oh, it's
Malzahar.
taking the burn. The burn.
Yeah,
Ari.
Ari does barely survive, and I'll say Malzahar really outskilled Ari there. It was and another
Oh
engagement from
my.
Momo does connect to the Lulu. The Lulu should die from the explosion from Tristana. A beautiful fight. They are both fighting for the scuttle. Udyr is able to stun onto the and
Forces
the really
slash.
the tower dive from Jinx onto Jinx from Momo and Triss here.
Very clean.
We see the item advantage created earlier by the 2v3 and a bit 2v2, and this just I think seals the deal in bot lane. I don't think Jinx and Lulu are really able to play the game, especially if Ivern wanders around bot lane later.
Oh my god, it's a war on all
Wow.
fronts, and
Yeah, I
Alamo
think
actually just losing
oh,
on all of them.
Cassandra is engaging onto the Udyr again. Udyr is behind Cassandra. Cassandra can decide to ulti, but he does not, and the spell immune unless the Udyr now gets slowed into a potential solo kill here. But the wave is stacking. Gunshow does have near full mana, full HP, and Udyr is about
Sejan
30%
is pathing
HP.
up torso.
But Sejuani is pathing up,
Spotted by the river crab.
but I think it would be really hard for them to try to kill Gunshow with how tanky he is with that Legion.
Looks like he's just
Item.
hovering to prevent a
Oh,
dive,
Sejuani
honestly.
is going
Oh,
over. Does decide to engage onto Gunshow. They do have a lot of CC, so
they're
Gunshow
holding
may.
ults? What's going
No,
on?
I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, actually, they decide to engage onto Gunshow again. Gunshow does have the ulti if he wants to isolate any of the members. He W's the. Oh, he does get hit by the Sejuani
Oh,
ulti, but
flash
Iron's here to save
shield
the
from
day.
Ivern.
Iron is here to save the day. The Iron Q does connect. Daisy maybe knock up. Daisy does get knock up, so I think Gunshow and Iron do want to just push the wave in. Iron, the Daisy taking all damage unnecessarily. The wave, the wave. Udyr does not want the wave to be crashing, obviously, and he really wants to get the 50 gold from Daisy, and he does get it. Okay, now we see in the bot lane is a Kraken Slayer versus New Quiver with Boots and Monster matchup. The Moo is there ambushed with no one knowing. Ari is here. Engage onto the Lulu. Does get CC'd. Pops ulti on herself, but it's not enough with how much damage.
Oh,
Actually,
one
Pauline
more
though,
auto, but
maybe
he does it
enough.
with the
Really
cleanse.
clean. The cleanse from Killian, maybe a little late, but does get the job
Look at
done.
the cleanse, look at moves, Killian, what
Well,
was
actually,
that?
Cammy is getting ambushed by the Malzahar. The Malzahar is able to silence her and suppress
Oh,
her with all the poison. Ari does not have her ulti charge anymore. Flash auto.
oh.
That's the kill. But
Was that
Ivan is
flash
here.
necessary though?
Ivan is here with how much damage, but he does not have Daisy, so he doesn't really have damage as not champion.
Oh my
Tristana
god,
is
Killian
engaged
goes in again!
onto the Jinx
Oh my
again.
god, the flash
The Jinx,
forward! No,
Tristana is
Rocket
just
jumps
so
out,
much
3
damage.
sets! Oh my god.
The,
Killian
Tr-
is taking over the game.
the
And he is
Tristana
not
just has
stopping.
the Tristana just has way too much damage now. I think this is really maybe a necessary ban from the side of Alamo next game. This Tristana is so
And he's
scary,
already going to the next game.
especially with the combo of Mumu, they're able to just double CC and dish out so much damage in such a short instance that it really gives them no time to react. And with how far her W jump is, champions like Jinx don't really see how much cannot really abuse her range advantage that much when she just gets jumped onto the face and slowed. I think this top lane matchup, Gunshow is playing the game really well. He's able to get the freeze. Wow, this will be really hard for Ludir to recover from the continued CS loss. And he seems like he'll be actually. Gunshow decided to break the freeze. I don't know what exactly happened, but the wave is about to be neutral again. Actually, Ludir is pushing it. Some grasp trading between two tank top laners as we see a casual day in top lane. Grasp trading everyone. Yep, Dragon is coming up soon, and with how much advantage Tristana has, I think this is a Dragon that will very easily go to the side of the level interaction.
And it looks like Alamo is not going to contest this Dragon.
Yeah, I think this is something we see. This is something maybe the side of level interaction learned from last game is that the early Herald is really not that worth it, especially if either side of the top laner is picking a tank. And they decide not to go for the Herald. Side of Alamo does decide to recover with the Herald here, which I think is the correct macro play. And the side of Lava Ocean Reaction is really deciding to put most of their resources into the
Ivern is rushing up the river.
Ivern is trying to push mid wave
Pushing
with
in the
Daisy
wave actually with Ari.
or Ari. I think this is the correct play, forcing Motherhood to come back and making them lose a bit of resources is possible. They already got a dragon. Oh,
Tristana jumps in again.
Tristana is by herself and Moo is not anyone close, but the side of Alamo is just too scared to go on her.
Man just jumps in and 1v2s and refuses to elaborate. What a Giga Chat.
Yeah, I think the side of Alamo really maybe a little bit paranoid. They actually saw the Amumu on the word, yet they still did not do anything against the Tristana, seeing Ivern being where he was. I think they could have fought back, but they just really want to let the Jinx go right now and not fight the Tristana who's so fed.
Man, if I were Alamo's bot lane right now, I'd be traumatized by that Tristana.
And we see this and we see just how scary a champion like Mumu may be when getting advantage in lane with a sweep perch controlling the bushes. Any enchanter just not able to walk up, and we see how much damage that E on the tower splashes to the Lulu. And I don't really think anything's happening top lane. Just the CS gap is about constantly there. Oh, actually, really good. Oh,
huge ult for Cassandra, but the bot dive.
To the tower.
The Jinx dead, so he cannot do anything.
The Jinx does get dove by Ari as well as their bot lane. The Cassandra does have ulti, and the trades, it seems like both sides are just trading HPs pretty evenly. Ivern being able to cover the mid wave and allowing Ari to roam, Ari getting an early advantage and roaming. This game seems really hard for the side of Alamo. If the
Wo-Chien reaction now sitting with a solid 5k gold lead.
5k gold
very
at
comfortable.
14 minutes. That is really good.
Yes, sir, and all the gold on Killian.
And we see although Herald being dropped, recovering some gold for the Malzahar in this matchup. Wow, we see Killian is actually up 1.5k, 2.5k gold from the Jinx. For a role like ADC, that's a lot. We also see about a 1.2k gold difference from the top lane. See, wow, Udyr is opting to go a Essence Reaver build. I think that's maybe try. Actually, no, Triforce does not use the Caulfield's Warhammer, so I think that's Essence Reaver. Really interesting. I don't know what he's trying to build here. Maybe he's just cooking something crazy. I don't know. So
Shopkeeper is OP, man. I gotta tell you.
Oh, Thunder.
Thunders.
Okay. The Vice Thunder on Udyr is another choice that you don't really see often, but maybe he deems to be good this game. It will certainly be better than Jackshow if he does decide to go that good pushing route that he was going for last game. Uh, Killian is here, but with the recent Thunder nerfs, it makes it really bad against tanks. We're a lot worse than before tanks. Oh, Killian is engaging onto the Lulu, but he is by himself. Malzahar is right there. Lulu does decide to ulti and save herself, and the rest of the motion action is coming from topside river into the mid lane. They do want to make sure Killian is okay, or Killian should make sure he's okay. They're just collecting the wave. Ari is hovering on topside river. The Jinx actually is by herself here, maybe vulnerable, but there is the ward and try push. Okay, we see that.
Hellion with his cleanse up just
We see
fearlessly
that.
jumps into the Lulu every single time he sees him.
Yeah. We see already at this point of the game, a jungler like Ivern. Another great thing about him is that he's able to just scale up resources in the jungle to let their carries take it fairly early on. As a champion, it's not need that much gold. All the products in the game are pretty cheap. Oh, really good knockback by Kasante. Kasante does this back off as Udyr pops the Empower Q. Oh, Kasam doesn't have Jackshow stack with the Q3. Does he just have to do something? We know that Udyr's not close to empowerment, but no, nothing
Those two are just giving each other love taps. Honestly, it's gonna be
happens.
so interesting if a kill actually comes out. But I would like to
Yeah.
point out here, Jinx with the static shift first item, very interesting.
Oh,
Opting in for actually I guess more attack speed and just trying to farm up.
yeah. Well, the new buffed static shield, I think it's been buffed ever since it came out. I
Yeah,
guess not.
it
I
did.
guess. Oh, the Jinx does get caught by Ari with the
Oh,
Semi does decide to ulti, flashes
flash!
Everfrost, goes in,
Oh
hits the
my
charm.
god, and that
Charm is
charm right in
flashing.
the
Ari does not have
face.
enough damage. Getting rooted. Oh, he was actually barely out of tower range, but if he got rooted in the tower, then I think that would have been a solo kill for Jinx actually. But
I'm
Jinx
actually
does
so surprised he lived there.
but Jinx did have to blow
Jinx.
both of her. Jinx did have to blow both of her summoner spells,
Yeah.
which will be really bad for this dragon coming up. I don't think the side of Alamo can really contest it at this point. With side of Roach Reaction just melting it with the Tristana. Tristana is at 2 items at 17 minutes with the Navori and Kraken Slayer. The side of Alamo is pushing mid lane, but the side of Roach Reaction is coming up. Jinx is not there. Maybe they'll do something. Nope, they do simply just run away. Tier
This was
2 mid tower for a dragon, I'll say that is most of the time not worth it. Um, with especially how much mid lane they're able to push out. Alamo is actually now looking out to do some actions against Kasante, who's really far up in relatively to mid lane here. Um,
Ari burning both sums of Jinx is actually so huge for live watching reaction. Not only is Jinx's scaling delayed even further, she's now sitting duck for the next 4.5 minutes.
yeah. Um, I think, but I think one thing that Witch Action does need to keep note is that they should really try to get something mid lane. At least, yeah, should try to have great opportunities to take the mid lane tier one tower from Alamo. Otherwise, the vision and map control they lose from losing two towers mid lane while the enemy loses none is actually potentially concerning. It looks like they do decide to go for the Herald here, which they should be able to get and maybe use that to push mid lane. Still one little from top lane. I wonder how many stacks of Rascally on dying both top lanes have farmed. Must be a lot. Wow, Malzahar
Oh
actually
my god.
get onto the tier 3 tower of level reaction. It's a bit of a questionable macro decision from the side of level reaction. But the tower's jumped to 30% HP and only Mumu was to defend it. Level reaction is able to get the Herald, but was that really worth it?
What just happened?
A Herald for a 70% HP on the tier 3 tower, especially mid lane. I think there might be some miscommunication from some macro here. Killian is here to push the tower with okay, and wow, he just on the shreds the tower. Um,
Actually,
so
honestly, I don't think it's that bad. I'd like how much does a tier 3 tower really matter, especially when it's even
well,
still up.
it's a tier 3 tower while Alamo still has their tier 1 and it's mid lane. So I think it's a pretty big deal. And because how much are they really able to get out of the Herald? If they aren't able to get a lot of out of it, maybe it's not that worth it. And they really need to make a big play with it, is what I think. But I think there definitely was some miscommunication uh, when it comes to lane distribution. Um, Now we see Sammy being top. We do see the Thunder being picked up by Udyr, but how useful will it really be when the only quote-unquote person melee that Udyr will face on the enemy team would be Cassante, and Amu will just be an engaged bot in team fights, and the rest of their carries being pretty mobile, being Tristana and Ari. Can he really try to touch them, or will he just stay splitting the whole game? Let's see. With the Herald, they obviously they try to push the level reaction pushes down the mid tier one from Alamo. Tier one towers, especially the mid lane towers, are just generally more valuable than side lane towers. And oh, they actually just left the Herald to die after one tower instead of pushing it. Yeah, wow, it's interesting that Ari is still pushing top, getting stunned. Well, this entire side of level one reaction has seemed to back off. There might be some miscommunication when it comes to how much pressure they're deciding to put on usually on the map. Ari had to blow the ulti, but it's not that big of a deal. I think the side of I think if the side of Level actually decided to continue pushing mid lane pressure, maybe Ari was able to get something top lane or vice versa. Um,
I don't
going
know
into
how
this
much
fight.
that Herald actually really got from there, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think the Herald created much value for the side of Level action. Um, oh, accidentally hit the Baron.
Oh,
Really good
Lulu
work, man.
chunk down to
Wow,
30%
Lulu
health
turned
on
into 30
Baron.
HP from
Oh my,
Baron.
huge Baron power play indeed on the side of Red of live watching reaction.
My control the Lulu to hit the Baron.
Lulu after round with the Baron, I found out.
Okay. We see some noodle fights between Kasumke and Udyr, even with the Thunder being picked up. The nerf of it heading on tanks really is showing here. The Thunder item is not really that good on tanks here. We see actually wow, I think the Udyr actually secondary maxes Q here to be doing that much damage percentage HP damage to Kasumke. Oh,
Oh
the
my
Tristana does
god, and
something
once
onto the
again,
Lulu,
Tristana
and
jumps on the
that's
Lulu,
not
pounces
even
on her, and
close.
completely destroys her.
Well, we see the QSS being picked up by Killeen here, not willing to get another out in these team fights, understandably so. The Tristana just has so much damage on completely melt the Lulu. Now they're going on to the Baron with Daisy. They should be able to take it fairly easily. Doesn't look like the entire side. Looks like the entire side of Alamo does not notice it. They do have a river ward in top of the river, but I don't think they notice it where you want to contest it. The Baron actually easily goes down to the side of the level reaction. Dragon is spawning now. Looks like their entire team will be heading
For
for
free?
Dragon now. I don't know if Alamo really can do something about this dragon either because Jinx is top lane so far from the map. So far from the
It's gonna
dragon.
take a miracle and a half for Alamo to really get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, I
As the
think
goalie is now at a little bit over
a little
around
over.
5.4.
It's around 6K now. Yep.
6K. Oh,
So wow, we see that ADC gold if it's still around 2,500. That is absolutely crucial in this volume meta. Jinx is able to get a tower by herself, covering some of the gold. Um, we see should be a
by
free
watching getting
after.
this dragon will put them
Oh,
on soul
Sejuani
point.
might go in. Sejuani does not steal it,
Oh,
and
no
is
steal.
she able to get out? She does have the flash. She does flash out. Ari is fighting the Jinx, and Jinx does get called by Ari. And
Oh
wow,
my god, and that was a one
wow! I
for
think
one.
those were some really
Absolutely disgusting autos coming out from the Jinx.
those were some really good dodgings from the Jinx. Oh, looks like Kasama is trying to engage onto the entirety of side. Tristana does get CC, but he does have the quick silver dash to get out. Tristana just killing everyone. And Kasante is behind the Udyr. Udyr does.
Poor Udyr.
Wow, the Udyr just gets melted under the tower and then jumps right back out. Oh, the Daisy is tanking. Whoa, whoa, save the Daisy, save the Daisy, save the Daisy, save the Daisy. Anyways, the Daisy dies.
Okay.
Um,
Nah.
those were some great channel plays by the side of Level Chain Reaction. They although the trade between Jinx and Ari was not too favorable was not too favorable, but the team fight bot lane realizing that the enemy ADC was not present and them just lacking damage and how far the Tristana was, they really abused that and took it to the next level with the quadra kills.
Honestly, it's just
Oh, the Tristana! Wow, Tristana does actually tank tower from the E explosion, but there's wow, there's really gonna let the Cassante with so little HP just stay there and take the whole tower. Tristana uses her
for
range,
free.
takes the whole tower as well. Whoa, Tristana did not buy items after that team fight? I think she definitely had a lot of gold from that team fight. I think she's just
Oh,
maxing
there you
out.
go.
She's an
Entire
entire
bloodthirster coming
bloodthirster.
in the inventory.
Well, I think
Absolutely huge and disgusting.
well, I
Even
think
more sustained.
this game might just be over. The gold lead is now sitting around an 8 or 9K, 8.5K also, and and the item difference between ADCs is
Hey,
still it's
don't
still
ever
a
say
thing.
it's over when they're breathing, okay?
Okay, Star Walker. Anyways, the goalie between ADCs, although James was able to get the RE shutdown, was able to get a top lane tower, Tristana still got more. It just seems like no matter what the Jinx does, he's not able to catch up to to Tristana's scaling. Um, oh, Moondragon might be in danger if the side of Live Direction does decide to rotate, but they don't. Um, okay, the Jinx is trying to just farm it out on side lanes, but he's not able to right now as the top wave is really pushed up. This decide to go back in the lane to start to pick up some farm.
I mean, what does ALAMO really do here? It seems like a live Wo-Chien reaction just shook off their their rustiness or their nervousness, whatever that they were dealing with game one, and they really turned it up game two, firing on ALAMO on all three fronts.
Yeah, I
Like,
think.
how can they close this gap?
Well, I think just the draft from level interaction in both games were really brilliant, especially this game. The Chazrani ulti misses. The Q ulti misses.
Blunder.
And I do have to say the reaction time from Killian was actually pretty good too. He was back out the moment he sees Chazrani on the screen. Um,
You see Ivan's items all
now
supportive. Yes sir, we love those junglers on tanks and supports. Oh man.
we love Ivan. Anyways, wow, we really see how much pressure the Ivan W series is able to provide, just not knowing where in the bush they'll stand and just not being able to all of them if you're an ADC makes it just so much harder. Cassante is pushing in bot lane, Ari is pushing in top lane, Tristana is pushing in mid lane. The side of Alamo will do, they cannot even kill this Cassante under like any circumstance. It feels like Cassante maybe ulti, but he does not. Udio's getting really chunked. We need more than one person to defend bot lane here. Killian has rotated towards bot lane, and he's just playing away for now. Mid lane, oh, I think that's a blunder.
Oh,
Actually, never mind. They're getting into the Tristana. Tristana does drop out really very easily. The reduction being dropped by Iron. The dragon, which will be the dragon soul for the set of levels reaction, is spawning in 40 seconds. I think they did not take any more aggressive macro fights for that reason. It's not worth to risk anything fighting at their tower. One can just go and take the dragon and force them to either fight or be giving an entire infernal soul. Yeah, we see that. I think the next item from the Udyr would be a Force of Nature, which is really questionable. I think the main damage from Light Witch Action is undoubtedly this Tristana, and Udyr is still splitting.
what do you
I
think
don't know.
about Udyr's items this game?
Yeah, I think the Force of Nature is questionable. I think the Divine Thunder is also questionable because I don't. Divine Thunder after nerf has not been doing that well on almost all champions. Looks like almost just giving this Inferno Soul. Wow.
For free again?
The
Oh
Inferno
man.
Soul on the fed Tristana with wow, okay. And they
Honestly though, it's not like they could do anything.
and
Udyr's playing top
and
side.
they
At
were
least
and
they're
they
getting
were
some gold back.
and they were not able to really push anywhere other than top lane, but they don't even reach the tower, and they should be able to defending.
Udyr in a very dangerous
There.
spot right now. About to get sandwiched by the Amumu and the Tristana.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
But
Tristana is
I
going
think he's
top
gonna
side.
give his life and try to take the tower, but he's not even all the way
Oh
to
no,
tower.
he's trying to take the. Oh, wow, the damage from Tristana,
Wow.
that is crazy. And the Udyr something gets melted. They are trying to engage onto Kasante.
Oh,
The Sejuani ulti misses,
the ult
and
whips.
something goes out. Kasante is actually walking back into four people, and we see again the classic Tristana being fed. Actually, Tristana's not even here, but now she's here and just absolutely melts that Baron. I think this game. Oh, the Meltar ulti does land, but it just does nothing to Kasante. Kasante is so tanky. They do engage into Kasante. Actually, Kasante might be in a bit of
Balance
trouble here. I think he
champion.
does go
Start
down.
walking.
I think Kasante still
Oh,
does not go down. What the? This,
nah,
yeah,
stop cringe. What is this? Gusho
Kasante.
really turning it back on for game two to make up
Wow,
for his misplays in game one.
wow, and Tristana
1v4s Alamo and walks out like a Giga Chad. Not
nothing.
even close, baby.
Yeah, and this Tristana. Wow, we see the Inferno damage. One auto from Tristana takes about 30% of the Tristana of the Lulu's health. Showing Euro action here. Uh, it looks like with the map pressure, the side of Wo-Chien reaction is able to um put out on all three lanes, the game should be over really soon. The gold lead is now at a crazy 12K. I really don't see any. I think the side of Alamo, if they want to come back to the game, needs to make some crazy play, which will be really hard with the Iron peeling onto Killian and with the QSS now as a Mercurial Scimitar for Killian. Sammy is out of mana, but the Daisy being spawned, they have an extra champion on their team. What is this? How is this fair? Um,
Okay.
Tristana does jump in.
Daisy
Oh, it
tanked
does get
like five.
slowed.
Oh,
And she does have to pop the QSS on Strani ulti, but
strong
is
effort
able
to
to.
kill Killian
Yep.
though.
I think, yep,
Truly.
with the side of Alamo being collapsed down, I think this should mark the end of
Oh
game
my
two.
god, the Tristana just Goomba stomping on everyone.
Yeah. I think this might be a serious consideration. This might be a serious pick that side of Alamo needs to consider banning. Tristana from Killian is a really strong pick here. He's shown
I
to
watch a
game.
reaction, taking game 2 and bring us to game point. Oh
A really
man, I
good
hope Alamo's mental's
game.
okay. I've like that was. Whew.
That was,
Honestly, props to them for keep trying despite being more and more behind every time they were doing the LPL playstyle. Like if they're
yeah,
losing, might as well just throw in something, right? The problem is
yeah.
that you really gotta cut the bleeding on bot lane this game.
Yeah, and
Like
also we see that Jinx this game actually we talked about the Jinx trying to farm and get back to the game, but with her not being the front field and her team getting caught out and picking off favorable fights, her goal gap between Tristana just actually keeps increasing and her damage building the static shim and the rapid fire cannon really does not do any damage to the tanks at all. Unfortunate circumstances for South Alamo. The early game botting breakthroughs really set the tone for the game,
yeah,
and
like
that makes it
they
really
look
hard
kind
to
of
go back to them.
lost. However, though, on the side of live watching reaction, I gotta give props to them. They found the identity. Top laner ramped up. Ivern and Ari really played their part really well. Clearing their waves, whatever, and then putting their attention in down bot lane, like putting their eggs in the Killian basket, and then getting him on the hyper carry train and just like stomping everyone across the board. Very well played.
Yep. So we will go into a short break, and we will be back with the draft of Game 3 whenever we get into the lobby. Thanks, everyone. everyone, welcome back to Game 3, game point of the BO5 of the losers semifinals between ALAMO and Wo-Chien Reaction. Now we're in Game 3 draft. Can we get a notice on who's on which side, real quick? So it looks like ALAMO, yep, looks like ALAMO is on the red side now with the Zaya and Mordekaiser ban coming from Wo-Chien Reaction on the blue side. We finally see Iron getting banned and we see Lucian banned from before. Let's see if last ban will be Tristana or anything else. Maybe the Warren. I think the Cassante from Gunshot last game really did really well as well. So I don't know. Oh, Cassante getting banned, letting the Warren out and to Tristana. Interesting. So the first pick from the side of Love Virtual Reaction. Let's see what it will be. Oh, it will be Tristana. Okay. So
Oh,
with Killian doing so well
on the turntable.
both games.
Oh, it looks like they have picks ready for that Tristana answer.
Oh, they
Killian
picked
on
that
that
really
Varus.
fast. Yeah.
He was actually very good when I played against him in
No,
his Varus.
this is Crystal X on Varus. The sides have swapped. ALAMO is now on red side. So it'll be Crystal X Varus with Death Matings Braum, who did not that bad game one
Oh.
against the Tristana and any other combination to pick here. We see, wow, now we have noticed the Alawi not being banned.
Oh.
To my knowledge, Gunshow is an Alawi main and a really excellent Alawi player, and the champion just actually really strong. With Mordekaiser being banned, what will be the answer to Alawi? Mordekaiser, I think, is the only, well, maybe the only really consistent counter to Alawi. But let's see how it goes.
And the Melio comes in for
Finally,
live watching reaction, right?
Finally, as I mentioned before,
Yes, sir.
the only enchanter that both teams ever consistent plays is Lions Melio, who's played Flex and a few games before. So the Melio really makes Tristana so strong later into the game, and with Iron taken away, they still secure an enchanter for Tristana. With the Volibear being picked, I think that is the Volibear top being blinded. I'm not blinded into the value. This is Cassiopeia ban given to Sammy. Sammy is not allowed to play Cassiopeia in any of these games. Wow. So we see a Katarina ban out of respect to the Poison Water.
Katarina. Alclam is instant Vlad ban. Okay.
Well, really, I think the Maokai ban is really good. We have seen Maokai being picked for the side of level interaction, and without an engage so far being picked, with that Mumuna being picked here, who was their usual engage, maybe Jungle could have been their engage, but I think there are so many engaged junglers, but I'll say Maokai is probably the best one right now. Oh, they do pick that Sedrani. Let's see what options the side of Wo-Chien Reaction has. They really want to still have an engage and still have a front line for these team fights. Maybe it's the time to call the Sammy Riven.
Sammy Riven mid.
Maybe not a lot of you guys know, but Sammy is actually a Riven main actually. Let's see if he's going to pick it out. But isn't it? Oh, Zach. Yep, as we talked about, an engage jungler here. And engage jungler here. Zach is another excellent pick behind Sedrani and Maokai. Really provides a CC engage for the side of
If they can jump, if Zach can jump onto the Varus, they can easily pick up the Alamo ADC actually.
Oh, we see Syndra being picked by Sammy. Not a champion that we typically see on Sammy, but I think it is an excellent pick when it comes to what the champion does and what his team wants. They definitely need some AP damage, and the champion that has some sort of late game here with them already having Laui and Saka's front line and engage. And the Milio pick is just so good. I really oh, we see Kel being picked in the mid lane. I think that's a Kel mid. If I'm not mistaken. I don't think it should be a Volibear mid. So Kel into Syndra. Um,
Oh, I don't know about that one. The Cal should get heavily
well,
abused.
Yep, Kel will have maybe a hard landing phase from level 1 to 6, but I think Kel's champion right now with item changes, she's actually pretty strong. So, and this may be one of the only ways for the side of Alamo to still have competition against that Wo-Chien action in the late game because Darius does get outranged by Tristana and Syndra here if he does not go the poke build. If he goes on hit, he will get outranged, and especially with Milio, he'll get Omega outranged. And the CC from the side of Alamo, such as Braum and Sadrani, will just get simply mitigated by Milio. And it looks like they'll be having a hard time breaking through Zac and Alawi anyway. So I think this Kel pick might be. And we will enter into a short break. Do you have anything to say, Venan?
Uh, no, I'm just I'm just curious to see how that Cal mid will play out against the Syndra. But
And
let's see if Alamo can turn this around and start their run for reverse sweep, or if live Wo-Chien reaction can shut them down here now and forever with a 3-0. Very
yep,
exciting.
we'll enter into a short break, and we'll be back when we're in game. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back for our game
Oh,
3.
I don't even hear us now yet.
Oh,
Actually, yep.
can they?
Okay. So, everyone, this is game 3, the game plan of ALAMO versus Wo-Chien Reaction, the BO5 and the loser semifinals. So, it is indeed the Kel mid. It was not something crazy like a Valbyr mid. And we have talked about how Syndra versus Kel will be a really tough matchup for Kel in the early levels. But maybe with Zac, they're able to make some plays on the Kel to punish the Kel pick even further. We see a 5-point from both sides. They do not want to invade.
No, are you screw Resident Sleeper? It's
I mean,
okay.
rest at level 1 would not be that bad if they did not have to kill level or kill a mid. But otherwise, the other champions from rest at level 1 is actually not that bad. So yep, we see Zac. Zac should opt for the. Oh, it's interesting. Zac as a champion usually does a blue start, but honestly, with the jungle polling between Gromp and Blue being removed so long ago, it's honestly fine if he starts on opposite of the map. He decides to start Wolves, but he should be pathing down
Oh,
towards
Alamo bot lane going to the enemy bush there, going
yep.
for level 1 cheese.
but we
I
see
actually like that because I was thinking about like what Alamo wants to do this game. It's kind of awkward.
yeah
Kel just has to not die.
yeah I think they're
Moondragon
trying
has to
to.
focus bot lane and
Oh,
top lane.
the bomb Q does hit, but that is about it. I
Okay,
think they
well,
really
not
want
bad.
to abuse Milio's level 1, Tristan's level 1 here. Brom and the rest levels are just both really
For
strong.
live watching reaction, I expect Alali to be naturally winning and shoving in lane. Zac, I like to see him gank mid a lot and also bot lane whenever opportunity presents itself. But no, oh my god, the flash comes out
Oh,
from Milio, exhaust
well,
onto
really gets the
Tristana.
splash here. Is the pressure is really on to like watching reaction here with Milio being chunked out so much from just level 1.
Very good place.
And we see
Oh
the
my
Wallbear. Wow, this trade way too
god.
simple. Gunshot was
Wait,
in kill
oh,
range and with the
flash?
ignite, that should be enough. Maybe
Motions. Will
something
I keep
pop,
him alive?
something that
No,
is not
it's
enough.
first
Barely.
blood.
I think
That
it's
was
the
first
last
blood.
pick there as well. Wow.
Alawi jumped into the circle,
Oh, we
the
see.
volleyball circle.
This
What was
Ronnie
that?
is ganking the Syndra. The Syndra is probably getting stunned here. The Syndra does get stunned, but she doesn't have flash. It will be enough. The Syndra flashes, that makes it out. But Kel now has complete control of the wave here. Wow.
Honestly,
We
not
see
the end
so
of the
much.
world. Syndra has teleport still, and the wave is still
Yeah.
in. Oh,
Well, okay, really interesting clear path from Zac here. He did Wolves into Blue instead of Grom and then into Raptors. Really interesting clear path to be focusing on boss side. I actually think it's okay if you
no,
want to
I
go
think he's
top
going
lane.
for the early clear to like get himself in position to defend bot lane. And since like Alamo bot lane is so shoved up, it's like there can be a window here for a gank.
Well, the problem with Zac not faltering is that Zac's the champion. His clear is really relying on his E range, and level 1 E with his compared to level 2 E is night and day difference. So with level 1 E, I don't know how much of a gank he can really make here, it, other than a counter gank. Even this range is actually too far for Zac. Unfortunately, that's just how the champion is. Sadrani is actually boss as well. The Zac does get spotted with Alamo being able to move for the Zac is
Oh,
really serious danger, but he's able to E out. Tristana is finding the Varus and just simply goes back. The bomb does benefit.
Almo's bot
But
lane not
yeah.
really afraid to
Wow,
make trades and fights here.
we see a lot of early game aggression here from the side of Alamo. And they have been succeeding so far with the top lane and jungle as well as mid lane actually being in lead of the CS. But with Syndra TPing back, that should be back to how the lane should be now with Syndra pushing. Oh, aggressively jumping
Oh,
onto Varus, but the Tristana gets the stun, and the Varus is stronger in these early trades. The Milio does not do that much right now. The Milio does get stunned without the flash, it should be go down. Actually, there's 1 HP, Varus
oh,
flashes
flash
and makes
auto.
auto. That is
Wow, I
double
did
kill for
not
side of
expect
Alamo.
Tristana to jump in there. Tristana and Emilio, their power spike should come online when they're level 6. That was completely unexpected. Alamo's bot lane should have the advantage up until level 6. That really
Well,
pushes the Varus ahead in that lane with the 2 kills on Killian.
yeah, really interesting.
Absolutely,
Wow,
blunder move.
really good QE by Sammy here, pushing the Sadrani away from her second W. Otherwise, there could have been enough stacks to actually freeze. Zach does go in and hits the Sadrani. Sadrani does get pulled back, although flashing. Sadrani might be in real danger. The Sadrani is 1 HP. Does E from Syndrome is enough to get strong kill. Another
Mm,
thing was in the earlier volley trade, I think not necessarily level 6, but just the fact that you have Milio as a support whose specialty is giving you range, but you jump in face to face against the Varus, who has a Braum to block, not only block damage, but Braum passive early game fights and extensive fights are so strong. We
yeah.
see really aggressive trading in mid lane as well. Kel's not really able to take it
I'm
this
not
lane.
sure if Sejani should be really focusing that much on mid lane here. Kel is she's gotta need time to scale. Perhaps relieving pressure, but like this is
I think
not
I
to
think
this extent.
I think it may be good for the Sejuani to get Kill after Kill gets level 6 and gets the range. Sammy doesn't have level 6 and the ulti goes from the Kill and the Kill barely survives.
5
Uh,
HP.
yeah, I think
Not even
the
close,
earlier
baby.
I think the earlier advantages that the Cal got from the Sejuani gank really did not translate that well into a better surviving lane because she went for the recurve ball, which I mean does not negate any Syndra damage, nor does it really help her clear the way because she's melee into Syndra overall at the end of the day. So
Also, I gotta give props to Almo's bot lane. Despite losing the first two games, they did not lose their composure. And this game, they really took off the gloves. They said, "Do you want to play? Let's play," and they boxed them.
yeah, really well executed plays from Crystal X and definitely throughout the whole game. Zach is
Zach looking for the
thinking, oh,
engage.
that level 3 E should be really far. It does make it onto the Varus. The Varus does not get hit by the E, but
Will that
oh,
be
gets
enough
cute.
though?
Brom does get pulled back. Brom might go
Oh
down
my
here.
god,
The Brom does flash and gets out of there. Wow, really clean solo kill from
disgusting.
positive thinking here. Just solo killing Gunshow on his main and one trick champion. The level of
For
aggression and
free?
the level of aggression and confidence coming from the side of Alamo, actually from Jimmy here. So everyone is playing so confidently and aggressively. Zach does jump in. This might be too aggressive. Zach does have to flash out. He's not too far on him. And oh, they barely do make it out. Tristana
Oh
might
my
be in
god, a
danger.
lot of
Sejuani
damage, a
is
lot of
close.
DPS onto the Tristana.
The Sejuani is really close to. Oh, Tristana does have to jump. Well, another thing I just realized is the double CC combo from 4 stacks of Braum and Sejuani. This is a Furious trade being activated. Um,
Oh, okay, nice sidestep, dodged by the Kale.
really good sidestep, and we see the CS difference between Kel and Citrus actually about even. Kel is now
That is
finally level 6.
absolutely huge for the Kale.
Oh, Tristana
Oh,
does jump in, but getting
Killian,
blocked by the
was
Braum.
like just like it.
But Tristana getting stunned. I don't know what's going on. I don't
Oh,
think that was even close of a fight. Melia does have to flash the Braum ulti, but
oh,
does
and the
hit the
Bears
Varus ulti.
overwhelmed.
I think this is dead.
Absolutely devastating
Wow.
Timmy 2 kill
I
once
think.
again.
Well, I really think Killian might need to slow down with
Little
his
trigger happy there.
yeah with a little trigger because I think if he had a different
Again,
support
they are
maybe
level 5.
yeah
Like the
perhaps
reason why,
he
even like
Mhm.
aside from the Melia range stuff, him jumping in, if you're gonna jump into such a like into a Varus ult and a Braum like CC, you absolutely need that Melia cleanse right there. Just
yeah
I don't know what's going on.
I really think he needs to
Kind of
realize that
disrespectful.
finally this game his support is Emilio, not a Mumu, who's able to CC for him and provide him with more damage. I think the Emilio again, that's an enchanter just by nature. They're stronger late game rather than earlier, and I think he really needs to slow down a bit, not get the Varus to fail. Varus already has the bait of the ruling team by 8 minutes. Okay, maybe he is able to finally carry this game after seeing how well Killian performed in the first two games. Wow, Alawi is able to take
What
about
was
60% of Volibear's health without even being near him? Really good champion. Anyways, the Eat Books pull again,
Oh my
Alawi
god,
ultis
dude.
again.
Volley
The,
Bear
the
spanked
Volibear's 1
again and
HP, I
again
think
by
that's a
the
solo
pet.
kill.
Oh,
That is a solo kill, but by the bottom of Alamo
what
was
just
able to pick up
happened?
another kill. While Alawi, first of all, being so balanced, 2 E's equals a kill,
I'm being
and
so balanced.
and the mid lane actually, although Syndra's able to harass the KO and get some goal from first strike, but he's actually being gapped more and more on CS. I don't know what's actually happened that the KO is able to CS more than the Syndra. But wow, another kill from another kill from Alamo's bot lane is really making Varus seem more and more unstoppable. How will
Yes,
they deal
sir.
with
Crystal
Varus?
X finally pulling up his big boy carry pants, and
Oh,
oh my god, how the
that
tables have
that
turned.
was
Now
so
they dive
clean.
Killian.
The amount
Payback
of
for
time
all those pain last game.
every single time that Crystal actually stole their tower last game, he's dabbing it right back this game.
Oh
And
man, also top lane, it's like two
but
heavyweight champions
yeah,
boxing with each
I
other,
will
just
really
going
say
back and
though,
forth.
even if the Alawi does get fed, well, he
Oh
will. Oh, actually,
no, the Sejani
no,
misses.
nothing. Actually, this run does get pulled back a bit, but does not do enough. I think it will be really hard this game for live motion reaction, but they do have a Syndra that's relatively well, not fed, but more relatively like on the same line, maybe a bit ahead of the
Damn.
kill. And the
Oh.
Syndra is actually, I think, one of their better hopes to kill the Varus because no matter how fed the Lolly gets, and I think the Lolly is building a Thunder here instead of the usual Iceborne, it'll be really hard for them to reach the Varus. Lolly
I
just
gotta say, that Sejani engage reminded me of our last series when you played Jarvan. Oh man.
so the Varus is does have the Blade of the Ruined King versus the new cover. Oh,
Oh,
really good Q ulti from
oh,
Sejuani. Semi does flash, but will it be enough? It does not seem so. The Kel is able to scale autos.
flash.
I don't know
Oh,
how necessary the flash
I don't know if that flash was
was from
necessary.
Sejuani, but it did provide vision for the Kel to get a kill from the autos. Otherwise, lost vision would not allow him to auto.
Kill, up a kill, and now with teleport and
Yep.
flash still up, that's huge for them.
Kel is about to have the CS advantages in this lane after this wave, and the Kel having a kill and Varus being so fed, maybe Varus can be the carry for the mid game and Kel until Kel gets online, in which case it'll be really, really hard for Team of Wo-Chien reaction to deal with. Oh, another cornering from Sejuani against the volume of live Wo-Chien reaction, but oh, Syndra is here, Syndra is bursting, but Braum anti-engage does go to Mildio. Nothing really big is happening here. I think the Varus and Braum realize that even if the ACC does land, Mildio with that ulti is extremely hard to pitch
Very good
down kill.
spacing by blue side actually.
Yep.
Again. Whoa, wow. What was that? Top lane.
Volibear still got pulled, so I think the Volibear loses off his health bar now.
Okay.
So let's see. Bottom CS difference is still getting pulled further and further. But mid lane, Kel's actually fighting back. Kel's actually able to outshoot Cinder really hard. Wow, the Kel
But the
has finally
power
spelled
shot
out.
evens their health
Yeah,
bar.
the Kel having only components able to outtrade the
Oh!
Syndra with the Andres, but the poke does get pulled out again, so the Volibear's about to lose his health bar again. The Kel barely
Oh, kill lives
survives.
on 10 HP, and that volley bear. Yeah, that was really
Oh,
good.
actually, the Andres? Nope, not enough. Barely not enough.
Not
Um,
enough.
oh, the
And
Varus and
Alamo bot
Braum.
lane.
Oh.
Oh, humongous. Oh no!
Wow, really
Sammy
questionable flash.
just got sandwich.
Really questionable flash from the Braum, but I think, yeah, Volibear just immediately gets double here. And here, I think, is when the top lane table has finally turned around, where I don't think Volibear really has much of a fighting chance against Solly anymore.
Yeah,
Solly just
like
continuously
Wo-Chien
misses the.
reactions, jungle top lane stepping up when their bot lane falling short.
Yep.
Yeah,
This
huge
is
props to them.
I think this is really good lane distribution that the Varus stays mid. Actually, oh, they do rotate the dragon. The Kel goes top with knowing that the Laui is backing and the Laui being a Mali champion without any slows or CC. It's really hard to limit the Kel from scaling here. I mean, it's a really good macro play the Kel to go top scale free. While the side of Alamo gets the dragon. They're able to get a dragon to delay enemies of any plan of winning the game through. So with the Laui has PP bot lane trying to contest this dragon, they have given up. Oh,
Oh,
Varus is still get pulled, so he loses. Let's see how much.
like
Oh,
10%.
only about 10% this time.
Not bad, not bad.
So we see that the side of level which interaction essentially just entirely give up this
Alamo,
top
they
tower.
gotta find a way to get into this dragon pit. They really should contest this. Their bot lane is
And
up so ahead, and they won't look for the execution.
no.
Oh, Varus all into the Brahms stun. Oh my god, it's a clown fiesta. It's a party down here.
This is exactly just entirely disrupting the enemy bot lane. But for the side of Alamo, they don't have the kills, so I don't know why they're fighting this. Oliver does go in, one shot the Cassandra, but he's in danger himself and she should go down. Kel does reach level 11.
Kel just split pushing top lane.
And this fight does turn out to be in favor. Oh, Tristan does jump into the Braum.
Oh, Kelly goes in. Is this a throw? Is this a hero play?
But the Braum killing is just too much, and the
oh my god, the Varus goes in. Oh, he goes Kelly in.
Varus able to kill
Oh,
right
the
here.
stun.
There's only Milio and Zach, but Zach does
Milio
have damage takedown
survives.
to
Oh,
Zach.
and the shutdown goes over.
And the Varus does go on to Zach, and so does the Braum. Wow. So instead of Alamo decided to fight the dragon 4v5, still able to get 2 kills, but they do lose the shutdown to Zach, who's actually a champion that spikes really hard mid game. So this might be opportunities for level 1 reaction, although not unfortunately not getting any kills on their Tristana. Maybe Zach can actually carry a lot of their mid game fights. Zach, being the champion he is, and with Varus not building AP, might be a bit hard for the side of Alamo to kill if he does get rid of the mid game, but he needs to
Normally,
really step
I
it
say
up.
that when a team is losing, they should be looking for more fights and picks because if they're losing anyways, might as well give it a chance to look for something, right? However, in this scenario, killing, go in again, looks like he's not on the same page with his team. It's like,
Well, actually, the first item from Lali was a back cleaver, which I mean is somewhat of a standard item as well. But yeah, actually, I see it being good here to
oh,
help.
Volibear gets
Oh,
pulled. I guess he's down to 50% health.
oh, yep,
Oh my
absolutely. What
god.
is going
Wait, I
on?
was actually joking. He's down to 40% health. Wow, that is not okay. What is going on? Riot, nice balance.
Actually, the team of Alamo here looking for the Herald. I think this might be a fight that the level change interaction can look for. Zach does have the 2 items with the Radiant Virtue. This is his biggest spike in the entire game. Syndrome
Oh,
unfortunately
Sammy
does get.
caught.
Oh,
Oh,
but Zach is able to go on the Varus. The Varus
Zach's
slows
on
down. The
Varus.
Varus has no
Varus is
damage
so
to the
low.
Varus. The
5% health.
Varus, the
And
Varus,
oh, the big
the
shield.
Varus does slow
No, he
down,
goes down.
and no one should be able to kill the Zach right now. This Zach is invincible. Uh, Killian is able to free hit onto the enemy front line. Just the surrounding barely survives. The Herald does go to the Braum, and we can see here the Lawi actually is able to get off the
Oh,
kill, but misses the solo. Now she's just getting range abused by the Kale.
huge
The
sidestep.
Kale, yeah.
Yeah, actually, that play by Sammy that was completely calculated. 900 IQ play. Gets caught, but actually burns
Oh, the
all the
Kale
big
is
ults and CC from the side of Alamo, and
yeah.
allows Zach
Well, I
to
think
hunt down that Varus.
I think it definitely wasn't a desirable play for the Cinder to die there, and I honestly think
I was joking.
I don't know how much. Yeah, I know. I don't know how much more gold they want to put onto Zach because he's has already sort of reached a spike here with 2 items,
Oh,
3 items.
maybe the cash
Zach is
Zach
getting.
here?
I know
No, he
the
jumps
Zach
out.
is able to get out. So I think this is when they should think. Oh, the Syndra
Oh
does
my god,
Syndra
huge
does sneak
QE,
through the bush.
but
Oh,
oh,
is the Kel's able to get a double kill?
oh my god, Cal goes Super
Wow, I
Saiyan and
think.
1v2. Oh my god,
Wow,
Giga Chad,
I think
Cal absolutely just
this really
demolishes
this
like
Cal
Wo-Chien's
is
reactions on mid and top laner there. What a
this
play.
this Cal is this
Presses one buttons and does not
Killian
die.
Killian runs behind 2 tower shots and still lets the Cal just runs. Mildio is trying to catch the Cal, but I don't think it'll be enough. The Cal is now level 13 and 18 minutes and should be having 2 items on his back. This might just mark the end of this might really mark the end because the level
The
16
end.
Cal is well, it'll be really hard, I think, because they only engage the side of level reaction to Zac, and how long can he really survive and be able to engage on both the Kel and the Varus through their ultis and the Braum ulti to peel? That makes the game really hard when both
Yeah.
teams have so much peel for their carries, and whichever
All
side
the
gets
gold
carried.
is on the Zac
The
and
Zac does
Tristana
get
and
the Zac doesn't get onto them, and he's not able to reach the Varus just yet.
Braum
He
value.
ultis but gets stunned. The Varus is not getting seasoned for the whole fight. Really good spacing from Crystal X. The Varus actually does get hit by
Oh,
the Zac E. The Zac does not have to keep follow up. Varus just keeps cutting back. Syndra gets
very
stunned.
nice run
I
back
think
from Alamo.
this was a really good anti-engage from the side of Alamo, and the Kel just farming. It's become now level 13.
Yeah, this
About
fight you
to
really see the shortcomings when like you have your Syndra and Tristana carry on complete food stamps, man. They are starving down there.
yeah, I think.
Although it's a really good engage by Zac, they just don't have the like
Yeah,
necessary damage
I
to
think
burst through those shields and the Braum.
Mhm, mhm. I think the initial engage by Zac was really unfortunate that he was unable to reach onto the Varus. But if he was able to, I think if Varus goes down there, they really could have done something to the Brahmin strong easily, but they obviously would try their best to kill it for the Varus. And I will say really good spacing from Crystal X. He did not get hit until really late E by Zac, and
Yeah,
he was able to free hit while walking back. It was great kiting.
really kept his composure there and trusted his teammates. Well played.
Yep. And the Kel should be able to get a Riftmaker really soon. The next dragon is already here with Baron on the way as well.
Oh, and
Oh,
Sejani goes in
Zach.
for looking for a pick.
Oh, I don't
Zach
know if that was.
flashes.
I don't know if that was
He flashed that.
necessary because Zach still had the passive.
Looks
Syndra
like
is
nerf's got
on the
to
other
him.
side. Uh,
They start dragon.
oh, this might be a fight that the side of the live watchers actually need to take. Malawi is not having a fun time against this KO, just completely getting outraged and abused. Zach maybe jumps in, and barely misses
Oh,
the
NG.
steal. And oh, Kel still got pulled, so this
Killian
may be
pushing in
tough.
midwave. Looking for more
Kill.
gold. Maybe tired. No, he goes out.
Yeah,
Trying to escape through rest side jungle.
yeah. I think it looks like
To get
Malawi
out.
is still opting for the Oxform Gauntlet to try to slow the enemy carries in their team fights. I think that's the most thing he can do now. Team passes Malawi against Fetkel and Varus. Yeah, I think this game, um, the execution from the Varus, the macro executions from the Kel really are really setting the tone for a clean victory here by the side of Alamo. Especially Kel, who has died 0 times this game. Level 14 already and their team actually has 2 dragons. So if the side of level reaction wants to come back from this, maybe they need to make crazy enough Baron play mid game, or if the Kel scales up, it might just be game over. Baron is now on the play. The gold lead is now about a 3K.
I
If
actually
someone
like
does,
to see Kel going bot lane here with the teleport up and pushing in bot side. Maybe he can draw a Loli or someone down there.
yeah,
Live Wo-Chien does have 2 teleports, so I don't think that would be a huge issue. But Alamo with this advantage, they should be they are in the driver's seat and they should make something happen.
yeah. I actually think is really possible that the side of Alamo be the one to force Baron, which I think they absolutely can. But I think the more stable play for them is just let Kel scale. We actually see that even given how fed his teammates are, the Bugger is still going the full AP build, which I mean, just a Giga Chat moment, no?
Yeah, you know what was with Giga Chat moment? Alawi 1-4 and still takes half your health when he's out.
Really fun champion, really fun
Yeah,
champion.
very fun champion.
Anyways, the Zac here
These
is
top
about
laners.
to. Okay, the Zac is about to hit the demonic embrace, which is his last power spike of the game as Megan champion. Oh,
Oh,
Killian, really
Crystal
nice
X
buff,
with the huge ult onto
really,
Killian.
really nice
But
buffer
does Zac
from
re-engage with no follow-up though?
really,
Looks like
really
they're supposed.
nice, really nice buffer from Killian to buffer the Varus ulti. That was insane reaction time and some predictions, saving him from a definitely kill there if he wasn't able to get the jump off and buffer the CC.
Yeah.
We see here on the bot lane that I really doubt the Syndra is able to stop this kill by herself. Kill just pushes and leaves, and then probably takes the scuttle and does a repeat. Um,
You know, Varus is actually only ahead like in current items by like half item. Surprisingly, maybe he has a lot of gold in his inventory.
I think he is able to pick up the third item whenever he wants now.
Yeah.
Um, the kill, yep, as we said, just use the scuttle, go back to bot lane, push again. Yeah, now we finally see maybe some actions from Limo reaction on the Baron. This may be their last only chance. The Zac doesn't get onto Strani and the Braum, but OT's
Oh,
does and he reached the Varus. The Killian is getting focused
oh
down
my
by
God!
someone by
Kill
Braum
poor
has
Killian
Strani
does no
who
damage.
do not have
What
enough
can you
damage.
do?
Is Varus able to survive from the Zac? The Zac comes off full HP. The Varus is still alive, half HP. This might be a really hard fight for the side of Limo reaction. But the
Oh,
AOE,
Killian
the AOE
assassinates Crystal
the
X.
the damage from Killian and the AoE
Oh
from
my
Alawi really
God.
killed that fight. Alawi being 1-5 still with so much damage. Sammy is here and should be able to should be able to take down positive thinking with the Zac here. Emilio somehow dies from the Baron and that contributes to a Volibear kill. I think that's just
That was a
unfortunate.
huge turn for live ocean
But
reaction.
wow,
Three
that
for
was
five.
we really see that you just cannot clump against champions like Zac, Syndra, especially that Olawi. No matter how behind she is, she just needs that cleaver, and you guys send her ulti, slap, 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 your health bar is gone.
And again, Varus, man, like without the Showdown build, this actually not that tanky. If he gets jumped on, he can easily die.
Yeah,
And
really.
Killian with that
Yeah,
nutty angle right there,
yeah, that
honestly.
was really good flash over the wall to DPS. Um, I think Zach here does get his last item, and Darius we do see picked up that rune as Hurricane. Tristana does only have 2.5 items, but it's on her way to scale even more. Oh, the Braum is not spotted. The dragon's coming up in 3 seconds. I actually think the side of Alamo can just choose to give this dragon if they don't want to just have Cal safety scale just one more level. But it looks like the side of level Trash is not in a position to fight it, and Tristana is pushing mid. She's able to get the tier 2 tower by herself for the trick of a dragon. I think side of level reaction realized that they are not to win the game through Dragon Souls because they're so far, and while Alamo is not is still one
Killian's
away
going for
from
the
well,
tower. Wow.
while Killian is still
Can he get
going,
out?
the Volibear may be able to catch the Alawi does get stunned. The ulti from Tristan is
No
already
ult from
used.
Tristana.
Really good ulti from Sedrani. I think there's he's gunshot by himself and then die. I think that really is worth it for the side of Alamo that they kill someone for actually it was a few
Nice
towers.
TQ from
What
Syndra.
tower? But they're able to the dragon being
Oh, I
one
think they're.
off
Oh my
the
god,
Dragon
Alamo's
Cell.
looking for Baron.
Oh, Alamo is looking for the Baron. I think they certainly
I think
can.
Killian, is he gonna
Killian,
go for the tower? No, he's gonna go turn
Killian
around.
is not going to. This is too risky. I think. Zach really good engage. That's his arrow.
Oh
Oh,
my
but
god, that was
well, the
huge.
Drac does so
What
much
is that
damage with the
damage?
demonic embrace, and no one's killing him. The Drac is still alive with the passive. Syndra is able to kill
Oh
the
my
virus.
god, that
Virus dies.
Kimmy demolishes the
With
Baron.
Cal and Varus being down, the side of Alamo does not have any damage. Tristan's under base. I don't think is positive thinking Water with ulti able to stop him? Or is Killian able to
Huge
just come on top of
AoE
the fight?
damage from
If we
Life
can see in
Wo-Chien
their base,
reaction.
Killian,
And
Killian,
Killian,
I think Killian is giving up. I don't. Yeah, it was
oh,
not that close.
he got
Anyways,
pounced on by the Volley Bear.
Killian making that decision. The fact that we, as we talked about this, Zach reaching his last power spike with demonic embrace,
Oh my
he is
god, Peter.
he is actually
The
abusing it.
goalie's back on Live Wo-Chien reaction side.
Wow, that is really
This
insane.
is
I
like,
think. Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, you
oh,
never FF a game. Like
oh.
my co-caster.
Police Volleybird. Nope, does not reach it. So I think well, the Zack engage with the Syndra kill on the Varus, everything was so clean and smooth, just AoE all their way. And now the Kel does not have flash and OT, the Varus does not have flash.
It's
Oh,
like
the
they're
side
hopping
of
off the Baron.
yep, they are definitely talking about Baron with Sammy being 30% HP and Killian not being there. So it might be a bit hard, but another ticking time bomb about to explode. Kel is about to be level 16 with the Rabadons. Um, but Kel doesn't to be careful with her positioning because if she missteps and the engage from Zac is still able to force her ulti and just later kill her, I think positioning is still going to be important, but it will be.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm,
Alamo, they have huge carries, but again, two immobile carries at
but one
that,
thing to
alright?
notice,
And these engages by Zac has been absolutely on point.
mm-hmm.
And then followed up by the huge AoE damage from Alawi and uh, Sammy too.
And we're about to see that actually both of these have 3 items here. Looks like the entire side of Alamo is not aware of his Baron take. Killian just melting that Baron. That's his Tristana. Wow, the Baron does go down to the side of level reaction. Uh, Kel is now level 16. We will see the huge ulti from Kel surrounding like the entire lane with later. Oh, the Zac is about
Oh,
to
Zac
engage.
looking for
Nope.
engage? Oh, calls
Zach
it off.
realized that Sammy was not that close, and Alawi trying to split top lane here. We'll see now how will they deal with the Alawi with the Baron minions. Can Volibear really stop her? This champion is so strong at pushing. Let's see, and oh, actually Killian
Killian.
is here while DPSing on the Volibear. I think they just want to keep the cannon and take this tower down. Zach is trying to engage, but I don't think he should jump here. Yep, he does decide to back off. And Zac may get stunned. Nope. They're able to just take that tower for free. Top positive thinking might be a bit of trouble if he's slowed.
Oh my god,
Killian
Killian
does
jumps in
have
on the Volley
positive
Bear.
thinking.
Oh, and
Wow, that was an
assassinates him!
explosion. That was
Where did he go?
the Volibear disappeared. That's what we talked about.
Keep in mind that Volley Bear is all AP.
It is all
I
AP.
still caps it absolutely nothing for there.
Oh, really good engage from Zac here,
Oh.
disrupting everyone, including the Kel and the Varus first step
Look, he
away.
crystallized.
Let's flash away, but it's not. The Kel is really forward, man. Can they take down the Kel? The Kel is DPSing, flash forward, but guess Tristan CC'd. Kel is killing everyone.
I'm
This
speechless. Wow, what was that?
Oh, Gunshow is still here actually. The Sammy is still here as well. Can they make some play? Kel's dropping around. The
Oh,
Sammy does not get out right now. He might be dead. And I think he is. Kel drops the tank and gets the vision of the. I think Gunshow here is dead as well. I don't think he's able to ever reach the Kel and do any damage. Pulls the Sullen, but does not do enough.
that Kale is an absolute monster.
Kel is
Absolute menace across the rift.
Kel has announced Judgment Day is coming. This will be extremely hard now, I think, for the side of Level Twin Reaction to come back from. Also because now they have the Ocean Soul, makes their front line just much tankier on less items.
The
Although
goal
the
difference
Wildman,
has also caught up and it's felt even on both teams, and I do believe that Alamo scales harder. So if their carries can position correctly and the Zac does not find them, I think they're pretty comfortable right now.
yeah, I think it still is a bit problematic with the Wildman's full AP build. Honestly, with how much damage the Kel and Varus are able to put out right now, as long as they have Braum and Strongy being a bit tanky, they're able
Hey
to
man,
melt the enemy front line. They
little
should
bro's
not lose
trying.
Purple
Don't you see
Blast.
that cloth armor in his inventory?
I wonder what that will go into. Will that go into a tank item such as Dormel, or will that go into an item such as Zanya's?
I mean, bro needs everything right now, doesn't he? He needs armor, he needs HP, he needs magic resist.
Oh, I think we
Oh
need to.
man.
I think we need to bring back the 7,777 gold stick from Nexus Blizz. I think he needs everything.
Okay.
Uh, so it looks like Killian's opting for the Murder Reminder here. Really interesting after anti-heal, but Zaxos already has the
ADC is building
Thornmail.
anti-heal. Oh.
Oh, positive thinking does seem to be caught out, and
Oh,
he flashes
flashes
right onto
onto
Syndra.
this enemy. Oh my.
Actually, we see how much damage the Volibear was able to put out with just the E and ulti.
Volibear.
So the Volibear, if
Caught
he's
lacking, but
able
his team is
to,
shoving it down mid lane right
if he
now.
was able to land
It
the
looks
two
like it's
maybe
gonna be a base
assassinated,
race.
is this going to be a base race? I don't think. I don't think. It will be close, but I don't think.
Oh my.
I think
Alamo,
this
they're
will be
not
a base
backing. It's
race.
gonna be a base race. It's gonna be a
Killian,
base race. Holy.
so it looks like Gunshow and Gunshow and Semi will be back in base, but the rest of the team members are pushing. Killian is pushing, but I think really good stun from the center, delaying some seconds. Gunshow is here, stalling.
Emmy's still alive.
Gunshow still has
40%
ulti.
HP.
Pass ulti onto everyone. They are
They can
able
hit the
to
Nexus. Hit the Nexus. Everybody hit the Nexus. Hit the
okay.
Nexus.
Nexus is able.
Oh.
Is Killian able to
Oh.
hit the Nexus fast enough? Killian, nope.
Oh. Oh. Animal takes it. Oh my god. How close was that? Can we get a replay of that? Oh, I think that was the first space race in this Rutgers Spring Showdown tournament. Absolutely insane.
Wow, we saw
And
at the end
everyone
with
on the
the
edge of the seats.
we saw with the
Wow.
announcement coming out at the end that they already took both towers of the rest side. It was down to that nexus specifically. Gunshow and Sammy did a good job trying to stop them, but it's just unfortunately it was not
What a
enough.
clown fiesta. That was not the way I expected the game to end. Both teams, with no hesitation, just went for the base race. Wow.
Yeah, I think it is
I'm
definitely
actually surprised that Alamo got that. Yeah, it seemed like
actually well
it
I
seemed like
think mhm.
oh
Well they do have
like,
a better turret taker with Kale. Kale shreds essentially everything after level 16 with
but
Rapidon.
they had more resistance than Live Wo-Chien when they were splitting to the base.
Well, I guess the only
That must
I
have been really close. Wait,
per-
can we please get a replay of that on like Live Wo-Chien side of the Nexus
yeah.
when they're pushing in?
Um, personally, I will say that maybe the Zac should have backed because Zac, I'm sure, is able to stall a lot longer, and I don't think he does that much damage to her at all, being near full tank. But the game has been done, so we'll go into game four.
Wait, can we get a replay?
Actually, yeah, can we get a replay of the? Yeah,
Is
let's.
that possible or? Uh, replay is not available at this current moment. Unfortunately, perhaps maybe later we can do that.
Yeah,
But oh my god, what an ending!
yeah, that must be really close. Yeah, for custom games right now, it takes a bit to produce a replay. Maybe we can ask one of the team members from, like, let's say the side of level reaction to maybe post a screenshot in the Discord chat later. if anyone has saved the mod from the game. So we'll go into game 4 and we'll go into a break really quick.
Yeah, I know League of Legends.
Hello?
Alright guys, we're back for a game 4 banger. Let's see if Alamo can take us all the way to a game 5 with some silver scrapes, hopefully prepared. Or if a live Wo-Chien reaction can shut them down with a 3-1 to end the series.
Yeah, we got a message with evidence actually that last game the Nexus race was not that close because when Blue Nexus exploded, Red Nexus was just starting to lose HP from Vados. This is the last draft. Not well,
It
maybe
did
not the
look like
last.
it was really
It's
close though because of the mini map.
yeah, I think the reason why, I think a major reason why was because Blue Side actually did not have minions, so Jack was the one tanking, but it makes the
Yeah, I
target
figured that was
taking
what
a
happened.
lot slower. Yeah, but I think that call out of desperation, the side of Bible Action, I don't really know how much other options they had, so um, we are so let me check who's on which side of the draft. Okay. We are going to. So it seems like live Wo-Chien reaction is on right side, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the draft has started. Blue side, first ban is. Oh, the bans
Lucian
are going really
Zaya,
fast. Yep.
unlucky.
Iron being banned, of course, expected. I think the Murtaza, these bans are going so quick. These teams have already known each other to a really good extent.
Live
He's
Watching's on
being
red side,
banned.
right?
Yeah, live Wo-Chien is on red side.
Okay.
The blue side first pick. Is it a Jinx? Is it a?
Please don't please don't first pick Jinx, but I don't want to see that. If you want to
Let's
first pick
see.
an ADC, at least do two with Varus. Varus is a contested pick between the two ADCs. And
Yeah.
I personally think it's much better than Jinx at the moment.
Let's see. Oh, Tristana actually they don't ban the Tristana. They pick it themselves by
Oh.
Crystal X. I think this may be
Why?
the
Oh, I'm excited to see what the answer is from Live Ocean reaction to their own pick.
this may be the first time that the Alamo picks Tristana this entire series. The ADC usually likes to play I guess Champions to scale and through all into the game.
I mean, hey, as someone once said to me, "Oh, ADC players gotta play with an ego." So yeah, I love the bangers in the bot lane. Let's keep it going.
You know, oh, we just see the Worm being picked after not getting banned. Uh, I think.
Wait,
Hmm?
you have red side and you first pick your top laner?
Well,
That might
it's
be a
a
blunder move, boys. I'm not gonna lie.
it's a bit
Oh my
questionable.
god, the Lilasi coming. I
Unusual.
mean, Lilia
Whoa,
coming in.
whoa, 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 whoa. That champion is called Lilia, if I remember correctly. Anyways, we see Lilia being picked in the jungle. As actually, that's really good pick in my opinion because Son of Alamo almost always picks tank jungler, and with the Warren being the engage of level interaction, we do see maybe Cannon lock in from Poison Water, his very signature pick in this tournament.
Oh
Cannon,
yes, sir.
he does extremely well, and he is locked in. Okay, this will definitely be a banger. Whatever goes on the mid lane, and Poison Water's cannon will always bring some exciting gameplay. Anyways, I think the worm being picked maybe because it was banned. I'm pretty sure 2 out of the last 3 games by the side of Alamo, and it does seem like Onsho performs better on tanks. Wow, and the knowledge going through these picks are just going through the draft like their signature picks and taking away the enemy signature pick with the Tristana, and Warren getting let out, Kennen getting let out, Nautilus
I
getting let
don't
out.
know if Crystallize plays Tristana. However, I know their mid and support are under absolute comforts this game, so I'm
Mhm.
excited to see what they can do with their picks.
Absolutely.
As for red, I mean, live watching reaction. If you want to first pick your top laner like that, give him the priority. Like, why not stick with blue side, right?
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah, this
oh,
was a little okay.
finally,
So I think live
finally,
watching
then
reaction wants to save the counter pick for spot lane, but I mean,
finally
this doesn't make
the
sense because Alamo already showed their hand.
finally the
I think it's
uh,
a blunder move on the side of live Wo-Chien's reactions
well,
draft.
I actually don't think it's that bad because Cassiopeia is really one of Sammy's signature champions. It may be even on the same level as Riven, one of his mains that consistently got banned in the previous game. So I don't think it's that bad. They picked it early, so and we know for a fact that it's not going to get to the second round of bans. It's
Oh,
absolutely
I
not.
agree. Yeah, it's not the end of the road. However, I do believe that in the end, it still might be a blunder. However, I am excited to see what Sammy's Cassiopeia can do.
Yeah, I think Cassiopeia does limit Kennen sometimes because Kennen is not able to polo belt in the miasma and nor flash. So
Yeah, that'll be awkward,
Tristana
wouldn't it?
will be limited in the miasma as well. So
Yeah, if
it's,
Tristana jumps in, she even if she gets a reset, she won't be able to jump out because of the grounding from Cassio.
yeah, the miasma is really might play a key factor here, especially into Tristana. We see the Olaf ban to make sure that nothing gets through a CC combo of Warren, Lilia, Cassiopeia, which one of them should build a Rallies as well. So the constant slow and CC, they do want to keep that. Oh, Tarek? Oh, a Tarek pickup. This may be a signal for the Nyla. This really may be. Or something more aggressive like a Samira. We'll see whether
Nyla
the pick
here
is.
would be kinda weird, I think.
We'll
I mean,
see what
typically I've
decision
only
is.
really seen that. I don't see Nyla that often, so maybe I don't know. And even when in the occasions where I do see Nyla, you just see her with like at least like 3 heavy like tanks, or if not 4.
Well, at least we know for a fact that
Oh,
Hala is a
and the
really
Shen
good
comes out on the
combo.
side of
Oh, the
Alamo.
Shannon
They're
does
putting
come
all
out
their
that
eggs into
really.
the Crystal Legs
Oh, actually, Poison
egg.
Water as well. They have the Poison Water cannon. So
True, true.
it may be, yeah. It looks like they're all playing their comfort. Shen is a comfort for the top laner of Alamo as well, just playing for bottom mid. That's the carries. The last pick being Jarvan. Okay, Jarvan is
Wow.
good. That is not bad. Jarvan
Okay.
and Jarvan and Kennen can be a really good combo with their ultis. See
Let
the
him
last pick
cook.
here. Maybe
Let him
it's
cook.
maybe it's not up, maybe it's not. They do definitely want to pick ADC
A
with
very
utility, so
anticipated
they
hyper
do
carry
definitely
pick.
they do definitely want to pick ADC with utility with dashes, so it doesn't get Jarvan
It's gotta
ulti
be
to death.
Samira, right?
I think it may be Samira. Yep, as we said, pitch really well with an pitch really well with a
Oh,
Ezreal.
oh, oh,
Is it?
oh.
Is it? It is the Ezreal locked in. Wow. Ezreal's not bad ADC here because at least
Mm.
at least any ADCs with mobility will not be countered so hard by the Jarvan. Ezreal, will they lack some damage? Maybe. But Lilia and Cassiopeia should do a good amount of damage as well. So we'll see. I think Ezreal is definitely the best
Okay.
champion here if their goal is to negate the all-in from inside of Alamo. Ezreal is probably the safest ADC in the game.
I
So,
do think that Alamo has won this draft though. So wow, it's gonna be an epic game for. That's for sure.
well, another problem is that the side of Alamo picked further 2 more melees into the Cassiopeia. And Lilia, just due
Mm.
to the nature of a champion, she does not get hit really by skill shots. So if you're hoping to hit her by skill shots, you need someone to CC her or slow her down. But if you do that to Lilia, the Cassiopeia and the Ezreal just get to hit for free, and Ezreal is already a safe champion.
This is gonna be all about early game tempo from the side of Alamo. If they invade, if they can get leads early, if they can dictate how fast the game goes.
Yeah. I think their scouting is not that bad either because they do have the Tristana, but Canada is definitely more of a the game spec champion.
I think if we get to game 5, if we cannot have the official silver scripts, I nominate my co-caster PeterTheEgg to sing it for us.
Okay, that's not happening. So let's hope this area is here. No, I'm kidding. So
Oh, you're kidding? So
we'll
you will do it?
we will go into a short break and we will be back once we load into the game. Hello everyone.
Hello? What's good?
Okay, now we are in game 4 of the loser semifinal between Live Ocean Action and ALAMO. We are currently on a bit of a pause, but we should be back whenever the players have no issues. Oh, looks like we're back. So, this draft here, I think Moondragon, so Alamo stronger, playing Dragon should look to take more actions early game. And I definitely think they do not solve this game into a late game with the enemy Cassiopeia. And when we're actually getting invaded, Sammy is able to be out of range of Nautilus hook, and Nautilus does not decide to flash or anything. Just simply invade and put down a word. The side of Level Action is also invading their bot side. I actually think level
Very interesting invade path from Alamo, not gonna lie.
I actually think level 1, if they were to fight, side of Level Action will win. Herc level 1 is really strong, so is Ezreal. Are they going to fight? Do they know they're here? They should.
Oh, they're spotted.
But their Jarvan is still walking by himself. Should he get stunned by the... Oh, no flag. He should be dead. Yep.
Oh,
Jarvan's getting targeted down. First
first
blood
blood
by
over. He
Cassiopeia.
goes over to
The glacial
Cass.
augment still getting slowed by the... Oh, slowing the... Okay. Looks like Nahus will be chunked... Oh, another Q from Ezreal. Will be chunked really hard here. And it looks like that play has also just secured the Warren Q, helping Sammy secure the mid lane prio, as well as the bot lane prio should be secured here with Nahus to go back before the lane starts. And it looks like Shen is helping. Oh, the boom up. Okay, there we go. Looks like
Ezreal
Shen,
starting with a Ko actually. Looks like he might want to just farm out this lane.
yeah. And Shen going to lane late with the leashing. Warren's actually able to get a lane prio as well. All 3 lanes from the side of level 1 reaction is able to get a prio from that level 1 fight. That is really valuable. And Sammy having level 2 advantages. Wow, those trades, those Qs, the precision of those Qs and following up with the E's, the damage is so much. Ezreal should be able to reach level 2 from the assist experience and just getting to lane E earlier and pushing it. Pressing the Trist. Oh, Trist barely dodges the Taric E. Really nice setup. And here Jarvan will be able to hit level 3. He is a bit unhealthy, but he does have the potion. And I think he might be trying to look for something. Maybe he's looking for mid here. Level 3, Cassiopeia is pushed in. Well, actually, no, he's looking for an invade. Well, Lilia is clearing Jarvan's wrist side. This seems like a vertical jungle game. But I think that's might be really bad for the side of ALAMO. Because your bot lane is Tristana and Nahus, and the top lane is between 2 tanks. Sammy does have to be a bit careful from the potential Jarvan gank after the Raptors, though.
Yeah, I like to see a ward from him.
But I would say that vertical jungling is not in Alamo's interest if it was for Jarvan to be top fed.
Oh, Jarvan looking for the gank
going
onto the Cassiopeia.
But there's actually botting as well. This fight should be won by Killian and Lion, but Sammy does flash the Jarvan EQ.
Flash for both
does
mid
make it in
laners.
time, and nothing really happens from the gank other than just trading flashes. And yes, as we suspected, Killian and Lion wins the trade. Detonating hooks in, but maybe really bad for them. Tristana goes in, gets exhausted, and the heal is still there for and one more auto from the... Yep, that is absolutely enough to kill Tristana. As we've said,
that's a huge blunder from Tristana with the heal sums instead of cleanse.
Taric, yeah, absolutely. The fact that he doesn't have cleanse for the exhaust from Taric, and the fact that Ezreal fighting with his passive stacked up, although having a cold, he still just does more damage. The champion's passive really grants him such a strong early
it's
game.
Because Tristana, partly because Tristana did not have cleanse there. It's so much value with the Taric stuns and the exhaust.
And Jarvan is looking for topping, but I don't think anything is going to happen. This between 2 tanks, Warren is very tanky started from like
That's gotta be a tilting play coming in from Alo's bot lane. However, the kill does go over to Taric, so it is not the end of the world.
Yep. Well, the Ezreal, Killian is going to full greed build, go into tier, into a longsword. He wants to end this game when he finishes that code. He wants to end that game when he finishes that mana meal. And with the
I think that's a normal buy if he doesn't have enough for tier and Sheen.
Well, with the advantages that his team is getting right now, maybe he can afford to just full greed. Maybe he's exploiting the fact that Crystal X is not too proficient on Tristana.
Oh, Shen taunts the Ornn under tower.
Or to abuse the fact that Crystal X does not have to cleanse to be winning those all-ins. A lot of people looking for mid lane. Sammy is in danger. I think Sammy has no way of getting out of this. He gets CC'd into Nahus, although into another hook. He's just getting bounced back and around. And he dies and goes down. The mid lane should be shelved for Cannon. And they might be looking for a dragon here. Instead of ALAMO. Nope, Jarvan does decide to go back to farm.
Really good ganking angles from Jarvan, avoiding those vision.
Yeah, I think
mid bush.
We really see that although Sammy started the game with an extra kill and Crystal X being down the flash, but also Sammy was down the flash, and the team of ALAMO recognized that they really want to help break through the game with Cannon mid, which is frankly what they do every game that have Cannon mid, they play around it. And with Shen being close to level 6, they are able to take really, really aggressive fight spot lane with that Shen ulti being available. Put all pressure onto the side of level reaction, and that's how they react. Whoa, interesting item pickup. A Tiamat by Jarvan. That is absolutely not something you see typically. But maybe he knows something
Yeah,
about that.
that's a little sus. I'm not gonna lie.
The Lilia is starting the dragon, but Shin does have level 6. If she has spotted,
Oh,
which she
nice Ezra
does get
E.
spotted, Lilia is spotted on the dragon with the blue trinket, but the boss side is roaming, and Shin is able to ulti really far from the war to be interrupted. Maybe this is a chance. Really good tricks from Cannon. Maybe looking for the solo kill. Semi has the miasm, but it's not enough. And he's saying Cannon does get a solo kill. The Shin ultis in. Should be able to get the taunt. Double taunt into Jarvan, just cleaning everything up. Tristana getting resets off of resets. And once they kill Lilia, the dragon's
Oh
there.
my
Everything is
god.
there. This such this was a planned yet unavoidable attack. I think once
Okay.
the side of Wo-Chien reaction realized that the bot lane was starting to move over, I think maybe they should have hopped up to the dragon, knowing that Warren was in absolutely no range to interrupt the Shin of his ulti. Shin just simply TP's back and does not even lose that plate.
Yeah, I mean, like, live Wo-Chien's reactions, like their bot lane, everyone they were kind of low. Tristana, Crystal X, he saw blood, and man just jumped in and cleaned up. Oh my
Yeah,
god, absolutely huge.
yeah, really. I think there's definitely some sort of miscommunication between the live Ocean reactions because the Warren should know what level the Shin is, should know relatively where he is, where at least if he also is not interruptible, since they're on range, and Semi getting pressured in by the cannon as well. Everything was too chaotic, but Alamo had really organized their plays to make it successful for them. We see that Ezreal is still above 50 CS up on the Tristana. And Ezreal being, for the nature of his champion, should be able to safely farm out the lane, regardless of how fed the Tristana is. Really good stun by Tarek onto the Tristana and slowing with Glacial Augment, but it's not enough, and Tarek might go down. Tarek does survive with Ezreal's heal and speed up, but top lane, Warren is
Oh,
ulting, and
Ezreal
Lilia is
Eastman?
there. Oh,
Huh?
really good ulti by Sammy, but Sammy does get Jarvan ulti and should go down. The Jarvan ulti actually no, he is able to get it out. And the Warren ulti with Lilia is not able to take the string down, forcing a flash out of him. Mid lane is getting pushed in by the poison one. He still has the ulti if he wants to make a roam and make a play here. Sammy is forced to back. Let's see, maybe this will be a Herald contest with Jarvan being there and Poison Water pushing the wave in. Lilia is does Lilia want to challenge the cannon? Cannon is pushing the Lilia. Oh, the Lilia does get away, it looks like.
All three lanes
So,
fighting at the same time. No one's really pulling any punches.
yeah. Oh, really good cues from Killian to detonating. Pushing his HP down while Shin does not have the ulti to be helping him at the current moment. Oh, Sammy is still trading. This Ethiopia, whenever he hits the Q, the trade is just crazy from the east. There's so much damage. And
God.
Cannon is forced to back here, I think. Oh, actually, no. Shin and Jarvan from Alamo are on the Herald right now. Sammy needs to be a bit careful, or at least can he notice that they're on the Herald? Lilia is nowhere close, and I think the Herald easily goes down to Alamo. Oh,
Oh,
flash
touches.
ulti
Ult.
from the cannon and ulti from the Shen. Taunt on the ground. There was no reaction time from Sammy. Oh, actually, it was close.
Great
I think
execution. No hesitation whatsoever.
the walkway at the end it could have been dangerous if the Castle Kills would get maybe two more East on the cannon. Maybe it was close, but uh, overall clean execution and communication through the cannon and the Shen.
Honestly, we're really well coordinated plays between Positive Thinking and the rest of his team. Shen is using his
Absolutely.
ult on cooldown, and they're getting great value out of this.
Yeah. Now with Cannon being 3-0, while Sammy started the lane with an extra kill, this might just be the time for Cannon to start pushing the wave and roaming, which is what the desired play is for the Cannon mid pick. Herald being dropped, Jarvis just can leave that and probably get two plays off. Yep. A great way to extend the lead for his bot laner.
Heavy spell downloading impression.
And the fact that Ezreal's code has now been cashed out, he has to spend money going to the tier, which Tristana can build right into that mythic legendary item. Grants Tristana a great power spike window over this Ezreal. top lane just being a little fight it is. Warren does consistently get a shove, but gets one play here. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm hopefully Ornn gets to do a lot more out of the lane in team fights and stuff. Or else like there's just no way that Shen gets off all these ults for free, right?
Yeah, it is. It is to be noting that Ornn is a champion that although he left gold, although he's got really good, really decisive flash ulting from the Nautilus into Q to see Ken CC and Ignite does not seem like Sammy had any
Poor
reaction time at
Sammy.
all to do anything
Man is
there.
crying, where's my jungler right now? Where's my support? Man's getting railed from all four directions, getting
Oh,
camped hard and hard.
oh, we see that although not having any kills and Tristana having 2 kills, the CS difference and the co-cashing out allowed Ezreal to get a Triforce. At the same time, the Tristana got her legendary item. Oh, a fight in bot lane. Mouse engages but gets Glacial slowed. No one is around.
Oh, missed taunt
Oh,
from Shen.
Moondragon is here. Oh, the really great buffer from the Shen. Maybe this is a kill on the Shen. Well, Gunshot was really
Oh,
close. Flashes over. Is it going to be enough?
is it
Yeah,
enough?
it's going
It
to be enough
is.
with the Sunfire stacked up. Maybe Jarvan dies here as
Oh
well.
my
No difference.
god,
Wow,
Mega
1v2
Gunshot.
from Gunshot.
Lord Gunshot, first of his name, Slayer of fucking. Oh my god, Moondragon. Puzzle Thinking gets absolutely demolished in that 1v2.
I think if I remember correctly, that was a 2 level difference between Warren and the well this Warren champion might be just broken with the W max HP damage as well as the Sunfire being stacked up doing so
That
much damage to
Sunfire
just
cake was
standing there.
disgusting.
Absolutely. Oh, with Shin not being actually Shin does have ulti now and it's here. Does decide that ALAMO want to do something? Kenna does not have flash. It looks like he's giving this dragon, understandably so. I think they might have been able to contest because Shin does have the ulti, and Ornn. I guess Ornn has the teleport as well if they were willing to fight that. So they took it. They took it easy. Wow, the trade in the mid lane. Actually, another engage from really good for the Tarek ulti does make Mark the end of the fight.
That was a
Real,
little awkward, but the
uh,
Taric ult is forced out, so is the Ezreal ult.
yeah, I think it
Everyone's
was
ult was just used there.
a really small notice there. Tristana very carefully just barely
Oh,
step. Whoa,
oh my
really great
god, that
buffer from Killian.
mm,
Another thing I was going to
that
notice
Ezreal
is
E, man.
whenever they trade, although the glacial augment is although the glacial augment does spread out in a way that limits the Tristana, Tristana always very carefully steps right outside of the range of the glacial augment, so she does not take the 15% less damage debuff and is able to get her full damage in these trades. Just really small details like that can really change the outcome of the trades. Looks like the Warren is working on the show. A bit interesting here that Lilia has not really executed that many ganks this game. Has just gotten her first legendary item at 14 minutes. A bit interesting here. Also, I am not sure if Demonic is the correct first item for Lilia especially after all the nerfs, especially to jungle camp with Demonic.
Ezreal though, he completed his call, he sold it, and he's really strong right now with the Triforce and boost completed.
Yeah, Triforce and boost, and once he gets the Mana Mule, he will be in great shape with the new buff Triforce to do a lot of stuff mid game. Oh, the Australia popped
Yeah, I
by
honestly
Hollis.
I want live
Wow,
Wo-Chien.
those skills.
Balling to play a lot more greedy right now, given the fact that they have the Taric exhaust ready and then just on no cleanse. Like the huge power spike coming in from the Ezreal. They absolutely win that 2v2 and it looks like they're looking for a dive here.
Yeah,
Almost hook misses.
they are pushing the tower. Ezreal with the Triforce does take the tower really fast. Could TP from Cannon. Ezreal does get Nala's ulti. Maybe this is enough. Tarek does not have the ulti. What would they
TP coming
do?
in from Sammy
TP coming in from
and
Sammy
Ornn.
and the Warren. Warren is back here. Warren might be isolated, but Warren's really tanky. Does he get the ulti off? He does. Can he catch people? The Warren
The
ulti
alt
does miss,
whiffs.
unfortunately. Lily is here with the ulti, but only on the Nautilus.
Oh, blunder.
May not be the desired target here, but they should be able to force him low enough to take this tower. If there's no mistake, Blue side should not be able to defend this tower. Wow, they actually defended for one more wave, um, forcing 2 TPs out of the top of millions here from that one reaction.
I'm surprised that no one died there, honestly.
Well, yeah, I am very surprised as well. I thought very mixed short. Now line,
Ooh,
the hook
nice
from
side step from
Nala's actually was
Nautilus.
pretty bad. The side, the Wo-Chien reaction is still pushing, and they're using their range, and the fact that both sides
Nautilus gotta
roll.
leave. They might just have to give up this tier 2. I'm
Yeah, I
not
think
sure if
they
they can
do
do
have to
anything
live.
about it.
Oh, Cannon
Oh,
is
Cannon,
behind
Cannon,
with the
Cannon, look
ulti.
at Cannon.
Cannon does go
Oh,
in.
ulti hits 3 people,
But
but
it's
no,
an
but
ulti.
no, the
The
Tarek,
Taric
the Tarek ult
ulti.
goes in.
Wow, the Taric ult is their
Oh my god,
answer
Kelly's
to.
just blowing everyone up, and the tower
Oh,
kills
Sammy does
Sammy.
go down. Wow, that Taric ulti may be just their answer to the cannon. It was actually proven pretty effective. And another thing was Shin got interrupted off his ulti by the Warren in the top lane. A bit of a mistake there. Um,
It was
wow,
it
wow,
was a three
The Warren with
or
30% HP just absolutely out trading the Shen. What is this champion? Oh, I think it's because two complete item versus no complete item. That may be the reason why.
yeah, bro,
Where's the
that's
ulti, you
crazy.
guys?
Who would have thought?
Um, we see that
My
Sammy.
god, Orn also up by about 60 CS now.
Mhm. Warren, Sammy is working on their rallies, really close to getting it. The rallies plus Rod of Ages power spike from Cassiopeia in side lane, no one should be able to match her, maybe except for the cannon. But once anyone gets sticked by Cassiopeia with their rallies, they should not be able to run. Cassiopeia can just run them down very freely with Conquer, just an absolute beast. Let's see whenever she has a power spike and decides how to play after that. The gold
Orn's also
difference.
level 12. He should be able to upgrade someone soon.
Mhm. The Warrant will be able to upgrade. Oh, really decisive hack slash ulti from the Nautilus, but
Nice
Sammy using the
pre-flash from the
flash.
Cassiopeia.
hmm The dragon is here, and I think this is a dragon that should go to
Oh
the
my god, that
reaction.
Nautilus
Actually,
connects?
no, ski disconnect. And
That was wow.
Shin does not have
Shen has
ulti.
TP though.
Having the
Shen has
TP,
TP.
I think Warren wants to keep Shin here from TPing, and without
Shen
Shin,
might have to TP early. Did they have an
well,
angle? They don't have any angles here.
the tower not having his ulti makes this fight really hard for
Oh,
level 2
nice
reaction
E.
of the.
Is there E buffer? Oh no,
Oh,
the Jarvan goes in early and
The
blunders.
Jarvan definitely messes up, and the Lilia able to cast the 2-man ulti, 3-man if the Nals didn't die, absolutely destroys the side of Alamo. They don't have the Shin ulti, they don't have that peel, and it's just over. They don't even need the tower ulti. The Ezreal and Cassiopeia are absolutely spiking, which is found is not to play a game with how much CC there is in the game
That
from the
Wo-Chien
start.
reaction also setting a comfortable 4K lead right now.
Yeah, and another thing to realize is the Jarvan at 19 minutes still does not have a mythic.
Do you think he bought that Tiamat by accident? I really don't understand what's going on there.
I don't know, but I absolutely think the Tiamat was a mistake.
It
Um,
was definitely a blunder.
Being an early game jungler and you realize that your team actually does not want to go to late game against the Warren, you really should focus on early game aggression, try to create those early advantages, especially against the Lilia. You being Jarvan, you are unmatched in early game.
Yeah.
But I think he really gave that window away for free, kind of. The trade in the top lane just looking unplayable for the Shen. The Radiant Virtue for his team, but he is suffering against this Warren. Well, Moondragon is here, but being level 10 and no mythic, can he even kill this Warren? I think this Warren can actually 1v3 if he has the ulti. Let's see here.
It actually doesn't seem like Warren is losing HP by getting
Yeah,
hit. It
no,
seems like he's actually gaining HP by getting hit.
yeah, he just gains all the HP back simply from the Jack Show. He
This
is
is
ulting to engage.
Bro's level is so
Oh,
high, he heals all the
really,
damages taken.
really good Q from detonating, interrupting the Warren ulti. And they are able to get out freely, but Shin did have to go TP to an attempt to save them, I think. In the bottom here, we talked about the Cassiopeia having the rally and Radomage's tower spike. No one should be able to match her in the side lane. The
Oh,
TP,
TP
oh, I
goes
think
down
the
from mid
tower goes
place.
down. I think that's really bad TP from Gunshow, wasting it completely. Um, but oh, finally we have the mythic from Jarvan in 20 minutes. Um, the tough one indeed. Oh,
Uh,
Lion does get Jarvan ulti, but he just does not even take any
oh, look at
damage.
Tristana, look at Tristana, look at
And
Tristana.
he has the
Oh,
Target ulti does not go down. That was really close. And they are able to get a kill. They get the kills on Killian and Lion here. Really good play and pick by ALAMO.
Although
Yep.
it seemed like the Jarvan made a big blunder by ulting the TeTeRiG, it was okay because his whole team was actually coming around and flanking. And that was a
Yeah.
huge shutdown going over.
But
Was it a
but
shutdown? But it was a huge kill going over to
yeah.
Tristana. Snow sitting at 5 kills.
But we noticed that the cannon was actually killed by Cassiopeia and Lilia. Seems like Lilia just somehow hit her and then instantly ultied into a guaranteed
Oof.
kill. Um, Kennen not being able to snowball off the game and Cassiopeia getting tankier, Warren, Lilia all being tanky champions, as well as the Ezreal having that HP from Triforce and being just mobile as he is. This game is really hard for Kennen to do much. Even with the Jarvan ulti, everyone on Live Motion Reaction is simply too tanky for a Kennen that's not extremely fed to shred through. Um, I think most of their hopes are on Tristan in this game with help behind Jarvan and Shinar as well.
Yeah, as you can
And
see,
Warren
the goal difference was 5k, but now it's going back to 4k, but
and
it's
now we see
still
that
huge.
also we see that Warren is level 14. He can actually upgrade one of his teammates' items. Let's see who decides. I would guess it's either Cassiopeia or Ezreal here. He cannot even upgrade Lilia because Lilia does not have a mythic item. Lilia's actually going for the Jackstro. Interesting. Um, as someone that plays Lilia myself as well, um, I would say Jackstro,
The Leah enjoyers.
Lilia and Joyous unite, but I
Nah.
would say Jackstro is not the most common nor typically better, good build on her. I think Leandre is just so good right now, and you can still opt in for more tanky mage item options later. But for
Yeah, I
example,
don't
even
think
the
the Andres
Abyssal
would be
Mask,
bad given like the Shen and Jarvan and
yeah, even with an Abyssal
Nautilus.
Mask, where the Zonias or the Banshees build, you can still get defensive stats without building a pure defensive item because because of the actual changes from many patches ago, it's especially better on champions that build resistance themselves. And if you don't build resistance yourself in your champion, it's not a good an option. The Cassiopeia is truly spiking right now with 3 items at the Archangels, Relies, and Rod of Ages. I don't know if Chicago does not know he can upgrade items already at level 14, but he should be able to upgrade on his item or one of his teammates. Oh, Dragon is being started. Oh, Killian might be able to
A
cut
little
out, but
split up from his
Killian being
team.
safe as the. Oh, the Tarek does get caught, but the Tarek OT. Literally a huge flash Q into OT. Everyone's asleep, and it seems like just a slaughter from the side of Live Motion Reaction. The Shin OT does not save anyone. Everyone's going down. Cassiopeia OT
The
does not
Cassie
even
ult
need to.
doesn't catch anyone, but it
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
even
It was
detach
enough.
anyone. They're just so
They
strong. The
have the
power spike,
damage.
the mid game spike from the Ezreal, from the Cassiopeia, from the and the late game from the Warren. Both of the members having Jack Show. No one's dying. The team of Alamo just does not have enough damage, and the Warren just getting knocked up and down, airborne, riddled, and just dying to the
I
kill of Ezreal.
I
This
don't
really,
think that they I don't really think that they can just start a fight while engaging on a TeTeRiG,
yeah.
honestly.
It looks like Cassiopeia is soloing the dragon, and the rest of the
And
Ocean Ashes goes for the
Cannon
Baron.
absolutely needs to flank from around somewhere. They can't front and back this.
Yeah, it's also really tough because even if the Ken does get a good flank, his front line, the Shen and the Jarvan are kind of behind to be really tanking the enemy front line, and the tower ulti just makes her, the tower ulti just makes the cannon's flank so much less effective as well.
My god, the goalie has been extended to 9k now for in favor of live Wo-Chien reaction.
Yeah, I think this will be a really tough spot for Alamo to come back from here. Um, so we do have a bit of a black screen. We hear now it's also being casted. It looks like they are trying to catch Semi. Semi does get a huge ulti on the
Oh my
even
god,
more.
Tristana
Looks like he's getting
just
saved.
gets
The
destroyed.
Archangel shield is so big. Semi's healing
Tristana can
back
play.
both from the Conqueror and from the Taric. this just might be over. With the Triforce being upgraded by Ezreal by Warren, I don't think the side of Alamo has any way to stop this. They don't have enough damage
Like
simply.
Tristana is just unplayable in this game without cleanse. I don't know why Crystal X didn't take cleanse. Maybe he forgot it.
Really,
But
they just don't have the damage to kill almost anyone on that Wo-Chien reaction. Um, they have maybe found the answer to Poison Flutter's cannon that almost every team had to ban before. Oh, the Warren engage as well. I think this might be over. Warren does have the ulti. Jarvan does go in, but he will go down instantly. The Warren ulti is huge, hitting both people with the ability to sleep. They're taking a huge amount of damage. Shin ulti saves absolutely no one.
Crystal X
And
survives,
and
but
with
he has to go back
and
to
with
his farm,
that
like his
power
rune.
ulti, no one's taking damage. I think this marks the end of the series. It'll be a 3-1 from Level reaction. Let's see the final
Oh, but a cannon
resistances from the
can
cannon and
do
the,
can do.
nope, it was absolutely not enough. Oh wow, the Ezreal EQ, the WQ damage. One is dancing at their base, and that
That's
is
3-1, and good effort on the side of Alamo for putting up a good fight and a great series for us.
yeah. So really great series, really all back and forth. We see a lot of champion contests such as the Tristana, and it's just a great series overall. Both teams knew a lot about the enemy team by the end and played really accordingly. The drafts were amazing. We might have an interview. Yep, it looks like we have an interview from Level 1 Reactions Jungler, Stan. So we'll give it 1 second here.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome to the show. Congratulations on your series.
Thank
How
you.
do you feel right now?
Pretty good. You know, I got to play Lilia. Wasn't banned for once.
So with this series win, I believe you made it into top 3, right? Am I correct,
Yep.
Peter?
Yep.
So oh man, what a series, right? So I gotta ask you, what was Sammy saying the entire time he was getting like 1v2, 1v3 that game?
He was just like, "What the fuck is this?" Because like, you know, you guys they were just blowing every ult to kill him like off cooldown. But like,
Yeah.
he knows that if he's getting camped like that, we're gonna carry him. So like,
Yep.
you know, he did not tilt, and you know, obviously he came back.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to ask though, as a jungler myself as well. I believe you have played the first 2 Iron games. If I remember correctly, were very few Iron games in this entire
I
tournament.
played 2 last week.
Oh, okay.
And we
So
won both last week.
yeah, this Iron champion, most people are saying it's broken. I agree as well. What are your thoughts on the champion? This champion was picked for ban this entire series today. What are your
I
thoughts on
mean,
the champion?
I just think he's fun.
Okay,
Like
he's fun.
I used to play him when I was a student, like way back with our team, and then I haven't liked him since. But he's pretty fun on this patch, and
Okay.
you know, we have a pretty strong bot lane, so it works out well.
Yep,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I see. You guys have really matched the enchanter slash engage role between you and the support. Is that something you guys have planned way before the draft? Obviously you guys had really good drafts today, all 4 games, I think.
Yeah,
So
it's intentional. You know, we lost, I think to it was either you guys or a different team 1 week because we didn't pick engage because the 2 of us just picked like shit we wanted to play. So we make sure we've got someone on it. That's about it though. There's not super intent behind it. Just not gonna play without it.
yep. Any so next up you'll be uh facing the facing the losers bracket finals, and we hope the best of luck to both teams. And it is getting late, so and people do have work according to
Yes,
Julian, right?
myself
So
included. Yes.
Is there anyone you want to shout out before we end the stream?
Shout out the boys. Shout out my team. They're the goats.
yeah,
We're gonna come. We're going all the way.
okay. And thanks everyone for watching. This is
Thanks for
Rutgers League
watching,
of
guys.
Legends Twitch,
Yeah.
and we will be back with the next series in this tournament.
All right.
Everyone, have a
Later,
good night.
y'all.